Hello, and welcome to our playthrough of Fear Within. I am Mark from Coruscant Nights, Nightcast Creative, The Other Place, and Lone Gamers The Apocalypse, and I will be the GM for this evening's game. Tonight I am joined by four amazing players. Would you care to tell us a little bit about yourself and where we can find you, podcasts and otherwise? AJ.
I'm AJ Kimball. You can find me on Instagram with my name underscored. You can find me on the Nightcast Discord all the time, posting memes, asking Star Wars questions. I have the privilege of being on Coruscant Nights. I have the privilege of being on Season 2 playing Roberto on The Other Place. And I got to guest DM on Tales from the Grey Library.
Nice.
Also on Dicey Cantina and voices on Flight Risk and Tubular Teens with Titans.
And Path of the Storm.
And Path of the Storm. Misa does play a voice on that one.
All right. How about you, SJ?
Hello, I am Sarah Joy, or SJ. Where am I? Oh my goodness. I am Season 1, Marta. On The Other Place, I am Janet on Coruscant Nights, and I am Gaia and the Phoenix and Mrs. Humo on Tubular Teens with Titans. If you haven't heard it, it's really awesome.
It's a lot of fun.
All right. Where can we find you, Zach?
Hi, I'm Zach. I generally GM, but also play on Tales of the Outer Rim podcast. I've guest GM'd a season of Tales from the Grey Library. And there's a couple other shows that I'm not sure I can say, but I've also been on Heroes of the Hiding Way for the Bothan episodes. So
Nice.
I was one of the mini Bothans.
And Erica.
I'm Erica Goodwitch. I am an actual play mercenary, so I do quite a lot of things. And instead of listing them like everybody else did, you can go check out my Linktree that I put some effort into doing all this work for me. Linktree/Erica Goodwitch.
Nice.
Well done.
Yeah. Great.
Oh my gosh, yeah. That's brilliant.
You're so much better than us.
I
You
know,
win.
right? I'm like,
You won the day. You won the day.
We'll all have link trees by the end.
That's right.
So tonight we're playing Fear Within, which is an RPG based on the Vessel system. And if you're familiar with Lone Gamers of the Apocalypse, we played Vessel back in, I think, November. And it was very fun. And they have recently kickstarted within this week, kickstarted Fear Within, which is a multiplayer version of Vessel. So that Kickstarter funded. Very excited to get a hard copy of this eventually when it comes out. And we're going to take it for a test run. So the system of Vessel, Fear Within. In it, one player is the vessel, the person, the human. And in this game, they are kids. And then the other player is the entity, the symbiote, the creature that lives inside them. So we've got two pairs of kids and creatures. Can we hear a little bit about JR?
Yes. So JR, Jake Ramsey, comes from a divorced home. He lives with his mother, who calls him Jake, and his dad calls him Jacob. JR has a habit of putting a lot of blame on himself. He always feels responsible when something bad happens. He doesn't like to he's really indecisive, because of the fear of making the wrong choice kind of gets him in the head. And he likes to write. He loves to hang out at the comic shop and write stories, but he doesn't like to show people his stories. So, yeah.
And JR's entity is Doodle. Can you tell us a little bit about Doodle?
I'm Doodle. I like JR a lot. He's kind of cool. We hang out a lot. and talk about how everything is everybody else's fault. It's awesome. I came to JR, or so he thinks. One time when he drew a little doodle and then there was me.
Excellent. And our other kid is Mondo. AJ, can you tell us a little bit about Mondo?
Yeah. Armando Miller. You know, you put quote, his nickname's Mondo. Mondo has recently moved here. He's kind of timid. He doesn't like change. He moved here. He's kind of a latchkey kid. See, his dad works at the mill. He's going to school. Mom works as an RN, always working double shifts. Got to pay the bills. So dad sleeps during the day, so I don't want to wake him up. So I got to go out and do things, but I don't really like going out because I don't like drawing with the sun because I'm really into comics. But I don't like showing everybody my stuff because people start asking for drawings and stuff like that. And so I try not to talk to too many people, and so the world's kind of lonely, especially when you move somewhere new. You get lonely, and well, something happens when you get lonely. Things get weird. Sometimes things get really weird.
Erica, would you care to tell us what happens when certain people get lonely?
They get imaginary friends like me, the friend.
Can you tell us a little bit about the friend?
I think I'm the voice that's just telling Mondo to go do new things and fun things. I feel like that's what I do like 90% of the time. The other 10% of the time is asking Mondo to make me new forms because I don't like to look the same for more than, I don't know, I get fidgety if I have the same form too long. It's not fun. Yeah, I think I came along just because Mondo needed a little extra encouragement, and that's what I do.
So within the fear within, in the fear within, you each have 2 dice. They're both D8s. One is for rolling when you need to accomplish a task, and the other one tracks the relationship between the child and the entity. So right now, I would like you each to set your relationship die to whatever number you think best represents your relationship, with 1 being the lowest and 8 being the highest. These numbers are going to change throughout the game. These numbers are required to change after every scene. And I need you each to send me that number without telling anybody else what it is.
Okay, so just to be clear, I'm picking a number based on what I think my relationship with Mondo is.
Yes.
1 being lowest, 8 being highest.
Yeah. How do you feel about Mondo right now? AJ's being bold, sending it in the group chat.
Oh, did I send it in the group? No, I didn't.
Nope.
Oh, he put it as spoiler.
I thought we said we were going to put it all in the group chat.
That's great.
Oh,
Oh,
I
we
almost
did?
No, you don't have
but
to.
he said privately.
I will share everybody's numbers at the end, and
Oh,
whoever
so
is
we can
watching
use-
this gets to know what everybody's numbers are, because it's fun knowing what the other players don't know. They get the information that I get as the GM. All right, so in this game, you've got a goal, because we are not just aiming for a one-shot, we are doing a one-shot. And that goal is in 3 parts. In this world, there are fears. Everybody's afraid of something, right? And your job is to figure out what fear has your town in its grasp. Figure out where it is, figure out its weakness, and fight that fear. So that is your goal tonight. Now, when you are rolling your dice, there's a reason that I'm doing all these in a very particular order. When you roll your dice, in order to succeed, If you are one of the kids, you have to roll higher than the value of your relationship die.
Oh, crap.
If you're one of the entities, you have to roll lower than the value
Oh,
of
I
your
can do that
relationship die.
real easy.
Okay. After each scene, your relationship die will change by, I think it's either 1 or 2, up or down, your choice, how you feel things are going. If the kid and the entity ever have the same value, we show off what that value is, and the kid and the entity merge and can use each other's abilities, and the entity can finally interact with the real world and use your powers all the time. There are a couple other things that we can talk about if we get there. But then your relationship changes, and we have to figure out how. Everything makes sense?
Just to be clear, when we merge, the friend will be able to draw Mondo, and Mondo will in turn be able to use the powers that the friend draws Mondo as.
We'll see when we get there.
I can't draw. It'll be like folded paper or something, like maybe cut and pasted construction mirage.
Don't you dare turn me into a origami. I'll start using paper mache.
Oh, that sounds fun.
Dang it. I'll get a bunch of straws and turn you into a, I don't know, straw sculpture. I don't know. I don't.
Promise?
Dang it.
Can we hear the other kid? We can't respond to the other kid, but can, like, if they interact, can we hear the other kid?
I feel like we should be able to know everything that goes around us. We just can't interact with it.
Yeah, that's right.
Nice.
Your entity powers, you can always use your entity powers, but you have to get permission of the kid first. Oakville is a small community situated in the valley between two mountains in the Adirondacks. It's not big enough to be found on any state maps. It's far from the highway, far from the cities. It's a quiet town, only about 4,500 people. One main street running through it with nature and beauty all around it. The seasons are changing, spring to summer, and school has just let out. In this part of the country, it's usually cooler in the days and a little bit cold at night. There's a tenseness in the air, strange uneasiness that lies at the edge of everyday life. Something has been happening in Oakville. It started with the llamas. One day, they just disappeared. The alpacas. They've got a couple llamas as well. It was the llamas first, and then the alpacas. Some people from town just haven't been around town. In a small town like this, few people move to Oakville, but lots of people move out. And nobody's really thought much about it. But you've noticed. Who wants to set the first scene? The rules state that the most experienced role player should set the first scene. So who's been role playing for the longest time?
Okay. I bet that would be me.
If it,
I am the oldest, and that was junior high.
AJ, I don't think you're the oldest.
I was saving some grace and some face for other people, but the scene is we're arriving at the smoothie shop.
Southbound Smoothie Co.
Yeah, we're arriving at Southbound. Smoothie Co.
It's at the south end of town, right on the main street, right past the last stoplight. Can you tell me a little bit about Southbound?
Southbound Smoothie Co. is run by a former, high school alumni. He was a jock of jocks, and he's really into making all sorts of smoothies. He's really pro kid. He wishes he was a little more into school when he was there instead of being into all the sports now. But he celebrates he celebrates the sports, of course, but he also celebrates all the other aspects of school by showing them on billboards, and they'll do like smoothie of the month. This is an old, I think this is an old like gas station. So you have spots to pull up to. During the summer, the doors will roll up and kids can come in and out, and change the service bays into, spots to come and sit and hang out.
Great. So what is this place to Mondo? Why does he like to hang out here?
Mondo likes to hang out here because it has late hours and corners that he can easily get out of the sun and, just hang out in. People come and go, so he can watch people come and go, and he doesn't have to be a part of anything. And but he also likes watching people and sketching, and helps work on dialogue. I think he has a hard time writing comics, not a hard time drawing the comics. The story's just it's hard. You have to go on an adventure.
Require a number of skills.
Yeah. And if you don't want to go on an adventure, comics can get pretty boring staying in one little spot. So
he's got a sketchbook. He's going to Southbound Smoothie Co.
Mm-hmm.
Is JR with him?
Well, that's a good question. Mondo's new. How new is Mondo? Do JR and Mondo, are we acquainted?
We're probably in the same grade. Yeah.
Okay. JR would probably... Because JR's going to go to the comic book shop at some point, but I don't know if he'd do the smoothies first or after. So I'd probably meet you, probably head to the smoothie shop with you, actually. Yeah.
Sustenance first, then reading.
Exactly. Yeah.
All right. So what do the two of you talk about as you head to the smoothie shop? I think you see that they've got one of those rolling bays just cracked a little bit. It's not rolled all the way up. You can see through the big windows that Seamus, the guy that is working the smoothie bar right now. Not the busiest day. There are a couple older kids in booths, a few at the counters, but not a ton of people around.
Did you read the latest episode of Super Squirrel? Oh man,
that Super Squirrel
so good.
It was so good. Like, I didn't realize that Super Squirrel could fly that fast. He outbeat the hedgehog in the race. Well, nobody beats him in the race.
Whenever he needs to do something, it's like he just can do it. It's so cool. It's so cool.
And I like the art style. I like how his speed goes from one end of the page to the other end of the page, and everything flows right.
And it was like all the way across, and the break there wasn't even a break in the middle. It was so cool.
Full page, yeah, it's fantastic.
All the colors just whoosh.
I don't understand how you plan like that. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, it was like a bunch of little me's coming off of him. I liked it too.
Yeah, I think everybody's really enjoying this one. I don't know who wouldn't like this episode. This episode. I don't know. What is
Issue.
Thank you.
Issue.
Oh my gosh,
Issue.
my brain was melting. I don't know who wouldn't like this issue.
Well, I can imagine some people not liking it because, he's fought the hedgehog before. They have this rivalry, but I like the rivalry. It feels like they need to, continue on like forever.
But
Kind of
I mean,
like,
who thinks that a squirrel would lose to a hedgehog?
I know.
And that
Is
doesn't.
that Disney?
That's only one universe, and it doesn't count. Not in comic books.
Oh,
But you have to spoil a good moment. You're having such a good moment. Why'd you have to dig at me? That's mean.
I'm just saying, yeah, like being consistent. There's a comfort in knowing that Squirrel is going to go up against, what's the name of that the rival hedgehog,
Spike.
Spike, Spiker. Yeah, come on.
Pokey. Pokey. I mean, how could you lose to a hedgehog named Pokey?
But yeah, that's that's a stick, right? Hey, you know what we should do?
Suppose it's kind of like the reverse fast guy.
I suppose that's true.
Hey, you know what would be fun? I think we should go over, like, say you have to go to the bathroom, but then go over and like slow walk by those guys in the booth, and I'm gonna do something really funny.
I don't know about that.
It's gonna be. Come on, you're gonna really like it.
Hey, go ahead and get a smoothie. I'm gonna run to the bathroom real quick.
Yeah. Do you want the chunky monkey one?
Yeah, sure. And he pulls out his like
No,
leftover
I got
lunch
it.
money.
Yeah, no, I got it this time.
He's okay.
Oh yeah, no, I got an extra allowance. It's good.
The bell jingles over the door as you head in and leave the buzzing sounds of the insects in the field behind this place behind into the cool air of the smoothie shop. And JR heads to around the side towards the bathroom, and Seamus sees Mondo coming in. Hey, Mondo. Usual?
Dos, por favor. Me and JR's using the bathroom, but yeah, 2 please.
You sure you don't want to try the new thing? We got Marauder Mango now.
Marauder Mango?
Oh, that sounds delicious. Ask him what's in it.
What's in it?
It's, we get all the milk from the upstate farm up here.
Oh, yeah.
It's got frozen mangoes, ice, a little bit of orange juice, put a cherry on top, whipped cream.
Of course, yeah.
Mondo, you love mangoes.
Yeah, I like mangoes. Yeah, that's true. But I'll just have my usual. That does sound good.
All right, 2 usuals.
Yeah.
He turns around and starts making your usual. What is your usual?
I think the usual. I think he's fanboying up. I think he won a contest here on accident, and so his
That sounds great.
his flavor is Monkey Mania. It's chocolate bananas with almonds and topped with whipped and marshmallows.
Nice. Yeah, so he starts making that for you. You sit down at the counter. JR goes off and walks by some of the older kids.
He opens up his sketchbook. Yeah.
I need something new.
Okay. How about a mango that's on fire?
Oh, that's interesting.
Because sometimes they put like that tahini on mangoes and fresh fruit. Yeah, and sometimes people just can't take it. Okay.
I like it.
Okay. We'll do like that, and we'll do some wicked flames. Okay.
Ooh. Am I in black and white or color?
I start with I'm using pen right now, so you're black and white.
Okay.
I can pull out my clicky colored one, but it only has red, green, blue, and black.
As your choice. It's fiery mango, which is cool and new and interesting.
Okay, I'll get the clicky pen. He'll dig in his backpack for the clicky pen. Okay.
Okay, JR. Now, here's what you're gonna do. You're just gonna, like, normal walk, but then just one slow stride and then keep going.
Why
Watch
do I
this, okay?
why do I feel like something bad's about to happen?
It's not. I haven't had anything bad happen to you. It's just gonna be really funny. You ready?
As long as it's not like last time.
It's not like last time.
All right.
Okay,
We'll
cool.
try to do it quick.
Okay, ready? As JR like slow walks, the kid, I'm imagining the booth is on the left side.
Mhm.
The kid in the booth hears a little voice in his ear. That guy across from you in the booth totally just farted. And then I'm like, okay, go.
What did you do? Why did you?
Dude. What is that?
It's a fart joke. Everybody loves a fart joke.
Oh,
Man, that is rancid, dude.
dude, you gotta warn us before we do that. We're paying good money for these smoothies.
It
My
wasn't-
milk curdled.
I didn't do anything. Dude.
Dude,
It wasn't me.
you know the bro code.
Fart jokes
Whoever
are
smelt
only
it dealt
funny.
it. You
Like-
can't lie about it.
It's like a once a week thing. Why?
Because it's funny.
Yeah, but you do it like every day.
I know, but it's a
All right,
fart
okay.
joke. It doesn't
It was
get
funny.
old.
It was funny.
Okay.
It was funny.
Okay, I thought so. I like when I make you cheery.
As long as you didn't blame it on me.
I totally didn't blame it on you. No. It's the guy across from him.
All right, well that's okay. That's kind of funny.
Yeah.
He looked like someone who. Okay, that's pretty good.
Yeah, he did.
As JR finishes up in the bathroom, he washes his hands and looks in the mirror. What do we see when JR looks in the mirror? What does JR look like?
He's got like dusty blondish hair. He's a little shorter than average, but not super noticeably short. He's very plain looking apart from that.
How old is he?
He makes himself unassuming. I don't know, like 13, maybe 12, 13.
That's what I was going to guess.
Yeah. Like maybe not quite high school. Maybe they're just about to start freshman year or something.
Yeah.
Right there on the cusp, yeah.
Yeah.
And while JR is washing his hands, what does this drawing in Mondo's notebook look like?
It's morphed into a flaming, as I am actually drawing. It is a mango marauder. It's got like a helmet now, and the mango's on fire. So
What
You could
kind of
totally make a short comic about this.
but like, who's he gonna like go up against?
Well, he doesn't have to go up against anybody. Not all comics have to be about fighting.
Well, so the dude's like a marauder. So I suppose you're right. He could just be like an at-home marauder where he just like stays at home and just raids the pantry for his dad's spices, his hot sauces.
I imagine now with a helmet and a remote control for the TV.
Click. Let's get spicy. I don't know.
I think we need to workshop it. Maybe you could talk to JR about it.
Yeah,
JR seems to have a lot of cool ideas.
it's true.
And no offense to JR, but I think your art's a little bit better. Do you think the two of you, like, have you thought about
Whoa.
working with JR on a comic? I just think it would be really cool.
Wait, are you saying I should talk to JR about writing and I'll draw it?
Yeah.
Oh. Well, I did see a doodle that he did, and it was fine. I think you're right though. I think I am the better artist, but he does. Yeah, he comes up with really good ideas, and he really knows his comics.
Yeah. Like his art is fine, and it can absolutely work for him. I think his stories that he comes up with are better than yours. You struggle a little bit in that aspect, which is fine. Everybody has their strengths and everybody has their weaknesses, and I think teamwork and putting your strengths together would be great. And maybe because the comic has that sign competition coming.
Oh,
the
yeah,
comic
yeah.
shop has that sign competition. Maybe you guys could work together on something.
I
could talk to JR about it.
I'll mention it. Yeah, I think you're right. I think I might have to workshop that, like you said, though. Like, what would I say? Like, hey, JR, do you have any cool comic ideas? Then I'll help draw him, and we'll start our own comic company, and then we'll take over the world, and we'll have our own toys. And
that sounds really fun. You make all sorts of toys, like the marauding mango. Maybe you could just talk to him about the marauding mango. I don't know.
I suppose that's a good start.
Yeah, everybody's got to start somewhere.
Mondo is so engrossed in drawing and speaking with the friend that he did not notice the smoothie being passed in front of him, and he did not notice as JR came up and sat in the spot next to him.
Oh, there he is.
Smoothies!
What kind of smoothie are we getting? I'm really excited.
Oh, it's the Monkey Mania. It's the good one.
Oh, yeah,
marshmallows.
I mean, that's cool. Oh, yeah, with marshmallows. What about some sprinkles?
I think it's shaved almonds.
Yeah. It's almonds because you got to have your protein. So you have to have your protein, and then you have to have your good fruit, which is for all the walking we do, and then you have the chocolate to make you happy and give you sugar, and marshmallows are just delicious.
We should get sprinkles too. Chocolate sprinkles.
Have you ever thought about putting sprinkles on it?
Sprinkles?
I don't know. I mean,
not really.
Maybe not sprinkles. Maybe
sprinkles,
that's.
It's okay.
No, I mean,
but
you're right. Sprinkles probably aren't that great an idea.
Sprinkles, it's not that different.
No extra charge.
Oh, it's not a big deal, Seamus. It's no problem.
You want chocolate or you want rainbow?
Oh,
chocolate.
Did you? I think you like rainbow.
I do, but I think the chocolate would be good because it would go with the chocolate chips and the marshmallows, and it's still pretty different.
Just trust me, chocolate.
You can do this.
I believe in you.
We'll do the chocolate one.
Yeah, I'll do chocolate. Yeah.
All right. Chocolate for this guy, and he shakes him on top. And chocolate for Mondo.
Yeah. Yeah.
See, look, you have the best ideas.
Yeah. Yes, please.
Shakes a couple on top.
Hey, he's remembering your name. That's cool.
Thanks.
Yeah. So looking around this place, you see the spot where Seamus, this smoothie guy, smoothie titan, this titan of the smoothie industries, has hung up one of Mondo's drawings up on the wall. There's a frame that had an old picture of the gas station in it, and he's got it taped to the front of that instead of the picture.
Because it's screwed to the walls.
Yeah, you can't actually put it in the frame. Yeah.
How long has it been up there now? It's been up there for 3 weeks, hasn't it?
Yeah. It's been up there for about 3 weeks. It's about to come down. So my month's up.
What your drawing? They're taking your drawing down?
Well, it's a monthly thing, right? So Seamus
in 3 months.
He showcases it. It wasn't even supposed to be up there, JR.
I don't know. It's pretty good though.
Happy accident. It was a happy accident.
It was. I actually I lost that somehow. I don't know how. I'm not pointing fingers. I'm not to you, but like I must have misplaced it, or some part of me misplaced it, and
He misplaced it. That was on him.
and Seamus found it and put it up there, and he like left a note and said, "Hey,
I don't know what you're
bro,
talking
this is
about.
really good," and I was really nervous.
He
We
totally.
just
I'm really
forgot
nervous. I get really nervous over people seeing my art.
You think he's gonna
It's not
give
on
it
purpose at
back
all.
afterwards, or what does he do with it after the month?
Oh, I hope so. That's page number 4. You know, that's an integral part of my story I got going.
Paige,
Yeah, that's why I picked that one. I mean, I
Wait.
didn't do anything.
do you have like a set of these?
Would that be cool?
I mean,
Yes.
I can't draw anything. It'd be really cool if you have more of that.
He agrees with me.
Hold up. You drew me.
Yeah, I can. I mean, I can't draw anything.
Yeah,
I have one. I'm a one trick drawing pony.
yeah. I
mean,
I love drawing the same thing over and over, but I get sometimes like a voice in my head that tells me I should draw different stuff all the time.
I know.
So
That voice in your head is right, and you should listen to it.
That's
Yeah.
a good voice he has.
Yeah, I know all about voices in the head.
Yeah, listening to voices is good.
preach it, and he taps
I
his.
mean, that's how that's how good stories are made, though, right? That's adventures. Everyone, it's like inner monologue.
We have such good stories.
You look down at the page, and the marauding mango is sticking its tongue out.
It covers it up.
That's so cool.
Cool things too, JR.
Yeah, I was kind of wondering maybe one of these days,
Showing me your art.
Are you gonna ask him? 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 Are you gonna ask him?
we could do like a trade because you did that poem, like short story at school.
Oh,
And
yeah.
it was really.
That-
I liked it.
That's actually it's actually a part of a bigger story.
No.
That was the only part that the only part that I don't mind showing. I mean, the rest of it's like it's not done.
I remember
That
that.
was so good.
I totally get that.
There's more to it. I want to hear it.
Maybe we could do like a tradesies. Like,
Well,
Tracy's
I
a
don't-
good start. That's a good start.
I mean,
I get it. Like,
I'll write something new.
I mean, it is always great.
if you write something new, I'll draw something new, and then we can like swap it.
Oh,
How about that?
that's so cool.
If you're in,
As long as I
Alright.
get to see more, like I like that, and it looks like it should be in a comic book.
you think so?
I mean, look, it literally looks like it's like should be on the next page of Super Squirrel.
That's
You
what
should
I've
write
been
words for
saying.
it. You should
Okay.
write words for it. Write some words for it.
But
I
the
like this
problem-
JR
yeah.
kid.
All right, but like, I'm gonna be honest. I have so many plot holes that it makes. It's like the 1980s comics
Yeah.
in my writing right now. There's so many plot holes. I'm about to just scrap the whole entire world and start over.
It's called the
You're way
Silver
better than
Age.
him at this. You should help him. Like he's tanking.
I mean, I'd like to look at them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe I
You
could
need
come up
to
with
write
something.
words for them because then you'll make them better.
Yeah.
This is how we make friends.
Yeah. To change the subject, I didn't get us the mango marauder. That's like the new flavor of smoothie. It sounded good, but I don't know.
Mango.
I'm really
wow.
partial to this one.
I've never had mango.
Maybe tomorrow
You-
we can try it. You like mangoes.
I like mango too. And I kind of drew it like a flaming mango marauding. So
That's
like
so cool.
so like
That's
but what would they do?
choice?
Maraud? I don't know. Maybe it's like like a post-apocalypse, and to survive they have to raid grocery stores that are like filled with wild mutant animals.
That sounds rad. I like that.
Because I mean, they don't have to like do. Maybe they just sneak by. Like they're marauders. They don't have to be like warriors.
There's an ever present another voice that
Wait,
wants to say something.
I'm hearing something from the beyond.
The two of you continue your conversation, slurping up the last bits of your smoothies, and head out into town to head towards the comic shop, Black Hole Comics. I would like a dice roll from everybody. Tell me if you succeed or not. Entities must roll lower than the value of your relationship. Kids must roll higher than the value of your relationship. All right, so we've got one entity who passed the roll and one kid who passed the roll. You two notice something as you head out of the smoothie shop. The insect noise that has been ever present for the last couple days as the seasons have been changing and it's been getting warmer. It's all quiet. It's gone. No bugs.
Hey, JR. So like, you know the bugs that like eat everything and make those really, really loud noises, and we can like blame our headaches on them?
Yeah, all the time.
Yeah, I know. Do you hear it now, friend?
Oh, I just thought that they droned on so long that they just became part of the background.
No, I don't think so. I mean, like, this is Big Pharma's fault. This is what happens.
I mean, maybe when we came out, I was just too loud or something, and all the ones nearby.
No. It wasn't you. It's Big Pharma.
You say the funny stuff all the time. I never really know what you mean usually. Like, I understand. Like, I know what pharmacies are, but like, which one's the big one?
Well, just know that it's their fault, okay?
Like, are you talking like CQS?
Yeah.
Oh.
CQS and all the little drugs they carry.
Is JR like? Is JR falling behind so that he can talk to Doodle?
JR probably has no idea that he's talking out loud. I imagine they're like walking bikes or something.
Yeah.
But JR probably just he's one of those heads in the clouds kind of kids, but he's not really head in the clouds. He's distracted.
Yeah.
So I don't know. He may be lagging behind a little bit, but not like on purpose. Or he's ahead just because he knows where he's going. You know what I'm saying?
You're going to your
he's
place.
Not really
now.
paying attention where Mondo is in relation to him right now.
Hey, can we look at that cool new comic book? I just would really like to see that. I think that would be fun.
Oh yeah. Mondo. Is it?
Mondo, I'm uncomfortable. I'm gonna jump from shadow to 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 shadow. I like the mango. I promise. I'm just need to change.
Okay, I'll ride by in the shadow of the trees then. That way, no one will see you. Are you scaring the insect?
No one's ever seen me. What insects? What are you talking about?
You know the insects that are always droning on.
That sounds like white noise.
Yeah, that. It's not there. Like, the trees here are so loud. Plus, there are trees here. Not like where we're from, where they call it a forest, but all it does is burn during the summer and winter.
I was just noticing that too, actually. That's weird that you bring that. Yeah.
Oh, hey, yeah.
See? I told you.
Are we talking about, like, the bugs that, like, scream when they come out? Or are we talking about, like, the bugs that... the bugs that, like, just, like, barely make any noise at all? Are we talking about, like, the bugs that just chirp really quietly? Or are we talking about the bugs that like
The ones that go shriek, 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 shriek,
Yeah,
right? Those
those.
ones.
Yeah, those
But
two.
that's what he's saying.
I
Yeah.
hate those ones. They're so loud.
Yeah,
I
you can only
can't
hear
even
the
know.
click,
They're
click, click, click,
huge.
click of your chain on your bike as you walk down the street.
That's so weird. You know, there was a kid that was complaining about somebody farted. Maybe it's like a gas leak or something. I don't know.
See, I told you.
Oh yeah, maybe that's
Gas
something
leak.
Big
something
gas.
around town.
I don't know.
That's right. It's
JR like rubs the side of their head with their arm like.
Yeah.
Oh,
don't know.
Mondo.
Yeah.
So it's still another like minute to the comic shop. Can I manifest like a card in the spokes of your bike? That sounds like
Yeah.
fun. Yeah, thanks.
Yeah. I drew some cards
Now
earlier.
suddenly there is a card like in the spokes of Mondo's bike, just
Yeah.
flip flapping.
New sound joins with the clicking of the chain.
Now it's not quiet anymore.
There. Better than listening to my earbuds.
What?
Because that would be rude hanging out with you.
Did Mono put it? Now
Hanging
it's
out
so
with me?
loud.
Yeah, I like hanging out with you.
Oh, yeah, it's pretty fun.
As
I mean,
the
he's not bad.
as the two of you approach the comic book store, I think that is the end of our first scene. And that means you get to adjust your friendship. You have to go up or down. You may choose 1 or 2 numbers up and down, and you can send me the new number. Zach, would you like to set our next scene as we get to the comic book store?
Yeah. So it's getting a little bit later. When you come in, instead of a bell, it's like the Star Wars blaster, like when you walk into the comic shop. There's a big cardboard cutout of Super Squirrel.
Yes.
That is in the far left corner when you walk in, and on the front right side, right when you walk in, there's Gino behind a desk. He usually has his feet up on the desk, reading the latest comic. He's probably in his like mid-30s, but he always has a box of comics behind the desk and like a couple chairs that Mondo and JR can sit at and read comic books. He doesn't make us buy them, but he has like there are rows of the archives, which are just like cardboard boxes with the dividers that are just old comics all stretched out, and then there are like the stacks where they have like the new comics instead of newer part of the building.
Yep, on the wall.
Yeah, and they've got like a little fancier displays next to all the like sorcery cards and all the dice and stuff.
Yeah,
but it's mostly a comic shop. But they do have knickknacks for other games.
Yeah, they've got a couple like little figures behind the desk on some shelves. I think they've probably got like a small board game section. The stuff. I mean, this is a small town. I think it's probably like a handful of indie games and then like 6 versions of Monopoly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You gotta have a lot of Catan,
a
lot of expansions for Catan.
Yeah.
Don't forget the puzzles.
Yeah,
there's like 6 different kinds of Risk.
100%, yes. The puzzles.
The little rotating one.
And
As someone who worked in a small town comic book store and board game shop, too real.
Yeah, I've been in quite a few.
Gino's behind the counter, and as the Star Wars blaster sound goes off, he looks up from behind his latest issue and says, "Hey, JR."
As the door opens, as the blaster goes off, JR's jumping in the door, making little like finger guns at Gino. Hey, Gino!
Gino takes him back.
Yeah, JR's cool. We've been hanging out.
You are cool.
Did the new comics come in?
The one with
these new comics?
Ah, yes! You're the best,
Oh,
Gino.
the skunk. He's mischievous and I like him a lot.
Yeah,
Also,
today's
I
been really
like it.
quiet. You can just, chill in the back or whatever. Yeah.
Is that all right if we brought the leftover smoothies with us?
You know what the boss
Totally.
says.
All right, we'll finish them at the front here before we get to the comics. That's fine.
Yeah, no
Smart.
smoothies past the faux wood floor.
Don't worry
Smart,
about
smart,
it.
smart.
It ends at like right before the desk ends. It's like
Yeah. You got about 3 feet to eat smoothies, drink smoothies.
I don't want to say anything, but that JR kid and you sometimes can be kind of clumsy. So it's probably smart not to.
Don't worry. There are little kids in here all the time with smoothies, and we would just blame it on them.
As you see
because we
JR, like,
thought
oh.
he was them.
it's coming down. Yeah, I know.
Yeah. It's napkins. Napkins.
Well,
yeah.
I didn't bring. Hold on.
He didn't make the straw right. It's
All right.
big straw.
Want to race?
He didn't make the straw right.
Sure. Yeah, sure. Yeah,
All right.
totally.
All right. Ready?
Are we doing
right.
this?
1, 2.
Oh my god, why are
3,
we doing
go.
this? What are you doing?
I can't.
It's not your fault.
Oh, no.
It's
Too
Ryan.
much. The marshmallow.
Did you know that if you put your thumb to the top of your roof, it takes care of brain freeze? That's how we win every time.
I had a marshmallow chunk go right in the back of my throat.
That's
It was
totally
awful.
Mondo's fault. He almost killed you.
Oh,
It's so bad.
It's totally worth it. It's not worth it. It's totally worth it.
I shouldn't have done that. That was a bad idea.
Do the thumb trick where you
that was
put
Mondo's
the thumb
idea.
to the top of your mouth. And
Oh,
press
wow.
it.
That really works.
Yeah, it
Oh,
works.
my God.
Uh-huh.
You're welcome.
Wash your hands before you touch the books.
That's smart. That's smart.
Tito's just like incredulous, like, what?
Holding out the trash can.
Right?
Mondo. If you use the and the friend like counts on their fingers the markers, you can make some napkins for you and JR if you want.
What?
Can we? If you use the markers, you can draw napkins, and you can make napkins for you and JR. If you want.
Why don't
Can
you
we?
just use...
We can do that.
Okay, so we go to the back and start washing our hands, and he pulls out a dry erase marker goes to the mirror and draws a napkin, right? Napkin.
As he's doing that, who do we see in the mirror? What does Mondo look like?
Oh, Mondo looks like he has a black and green, like a hickory shirt, but it's the thin ones, like we get in California, not the ones you use in the woods, because they're cooler. And he's got a T-shirt with a superhero on it of some sort, probably Super Squirrel. And then it's going to be all faded. It was black, but now it's that gray, and that's all the decals cracking. And he's a 5-something kid. He's got dark shaved sides and long on top, and he wears his baseball hat backwards, and he's just your average kid, really. He always has his backpack full of art supplies.
Okay. You two get cleaned up. Grab the comics. What does the next hour look like?
Occasionally looking over, like, oh, are you on this page? Oh, did you see when
Dude, Ryan.
Oh.
Oh my god, I love that skunky, so funny.
This is what your art reminds me of your art.
Oh, dude,
I mean,
I'm not that good. I wish.
Yes, you are.
But but I mean, like, it's like a similar scene, and like,
Oh yeah.
it looks
Okay.
like the way you've got like the action set up, like it looks like a real like.
Oh yeah, I can.
Anyone
Okay.
that looks at Mondo's sketchbook just sees the marauding mango just sprout out like this.
Like I'm dying.
Yeah.
Little like snot bubble.
Uh-huh.
Let's look at another. Let's look at another. I want to see another one. There's a cat one. Can we go and see the cat one?
Hey, you, they got the new, what do we call this one?
It's gonna be cat scratch fever. I don't know.
They got the new.
That
You want to check out
copyright?
the new Cat Scratch Fever next?
That's
Yeah, that's fine.
Cool,
legit.
cool.
Yay!
Yeah, that one's got some really good, like, the way they set the scene, like, the dialogue is really good in that one. I like that.
Is that the one where they're fighting the karate kittens?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I don't really. That's. I only bring it up because I saw you checking it out the other day, but I don't tell anyone that I read this one because
Oh yeah.
everyone would make fun of me for this one.
No, they
Like-
wouldn't.
But it's such a good story.
Why would
like the
everyone
colors
make
more.
fun of it?
They
That doesn't
fun of
make
people because
sense.
They lack self confidence. It's really their fault.
Yeah. Why would people make fun of you for liking that one?
'Cause
I
they're
don't know.
terrible
I just.
people.
I mean, people make fun of people for a lot of dumb
That's fair.
reasons.
Yeah.
If they are dumb reasons, it's because they're terrible people.
I mean, they could be terrible people. I don't know, but
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
know. I mean, they could just be
inside.
having have fun and not know they hurt people's feelings. But
Or people
I mean,
might just be sick of cats. You know, that could
maybe
be.
they're
a thing.
dog people.
Maybe
I
the rabbit
think
people.
People just
Maybe
come
they're
up with
rabbit
dumb
people.
reasons to be mean.
I feel like rabbit people wouldn't be as mean as dog people though. Like it's two
Just
cat
respect
people,
everybody
you
for
know,
their
like
differences and the things
like
that
if
they
someone
like,
likes cat
and just be nice.
Yeah.
Rabbit people eat carrots.
So as the two of you and your friends are reading these comics in this sort of side room, you hear the blaster sound over the door, and sort of just glance out there to see who's coming in, if it's one of the regulars or anybody you know, and you spot somebody who you don't really know. They're a couple grades above you. And you do know, because it's kind of a small town, that they work at the Funky Rooster, which is the coffee house next door, and they start chatting with Gino.
I'm
Right.
unabashedly eavesdropping.
You just see little
Alright.
eyes kind of peek over the top of the comic, and then
Who's
back down.
eavesdropping?
Who's
Oh,
that
yeah.
guy?
There's a marauding mango sticker on the display case now.
I would like you to roll if you can hear over the Lord of the Rings soundtrack that is playing in this place right now.
It's gotta be lower than the number.
That's
As if,
all of
uh,
us because we're eavesdropping, right?
yes, you have to roll
Yes.
lower.
Oh, I have a Oof.
All right,
You
so
roll as well.
the friend and
The
JR.
opposite.
Okay. You two, I think JR recognizes this person as Claire, who's a older high school student who works at the coffee shop. And she is asking Gino about how busy they've been today, because the coffee shop's been super slow and nobody's come in the last 2 hours.
But everybody loves coffee.
My dad says it's a food group.
Hey, who is that?
Well, he's obviously right. He drinks it all the time.
It's true.
Hey,
Who is
Coffee is a food group.
up at the desk, that's Claire.
Oh
that?
yeah.
Who's Claire?
Did you notice town being less active today?
Was it
I haven't really been
insects?
paying attention. I've been too excited about the comics.
Well, not a lot of people have been in here, and the insects are even quiet.
I mean, I guess
So
there's not a lot of people in here all the time, but I mean, I guess the smoothie shop was kind of dead, but
Yeah, nobody's come in since you came in earlier.
I haven't heard the blaster go off once
I know.
since we've been here.
We haven't gotten in a blaster fight in, what, like an hour?
Remember, like the first week you were here, we just opened the door a lot. We were sat. You were
Yeah,
walking
that
up
was
the
so much
sidewalk, and I was in the
fun.
door, and I was like, pew, 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 pew.
Yeah,
And I like that a lot.
I don't think
And
Gino
then that guy
appreciated
slammed
that.
his
Gino got
hand
pissed.
in the door.
Yeah,
But still, you know,
It was his fault for putting the blaster sound on there.
it's
yeah,
worth it, though.
I
It's
guess
pretty
it's
cool.
kind of a cheap system, but like it's
Yeah.
cool.
It's good. JR,
Keeps us coming back.
I really hate to alarm you. And I'm not saying it was the aliens. But it was totally the aliens. Something's wrong. And it's all the aliens' fault.
Something's
Mondo,
wrong.
can you draw me a new form?
That
Please.
means
I like the mango, but I'm getting
why are the
fidgety.
insects gone?
I never thought about it. You don't think there's aliens or something, do you?
Use the charcoal this time.
It's totally the aliens.
I totally can't use the charcoal in here because of the comics.
Can I tell?
Aliens?
Don't bring that charcoal out. No way.
Marker?
Gino got so mad last time.
I know.
Can I just-
Oh,
I had to
that's
get
my
the-
bad.
Oh
That's my bad.
man.
I had to buy, that comic. I bought that comic, though.
What about the markers? The markers don't do the thing.
What's
Um,
that?
I got a pen. It's fine. It's fine. Marker? Yeah, I'll get the
Wait,
marker.
oh yeah, I was eavesdropping.
Can I help? Can I help? Can I help? I can help you. I can help you get his attention with the aliens.
What?
Please.
Wait.
JR kind of leans aside. What are you talking about? What aliens?
Yeah, what alien?
What?
Yeah.
I don't.
Can I please?
Are you drawing me as an alien now?
Do you think
I-
aliens could be maybe the reason everything's so weird?
Sure. Like,
I'm gonna whisper.
I was up late watching TV with Dad, and he was like watching this ancient aliens from beyond, and it was talking about like time distortion and like different planes, and how ants have been around since forever. So maybe they are like a hive mind, and the hive mind has been around, and so maybe they can go through different portals. That's why ants just pop up everywhere, even when you weren't expecting them. And
Ants are
maybe
gone.
ants are the aliens. Maybe so the aliens are quiet right now. Maybe they're just shifting.
You
To
just
another-
made me terrified of ants. I now have an irrational fear of ants.
Mondo, I think only like a couple of those things were true.
That is 100% true. What
You don't
he
think that's
said.
a real show? Like that's
Totally
facts.
their fault.
It was on TV, so like
I mean,
So Super Squirrel and Super
so it's
Squirrel's not real.
So like wrestling, it's got to be real.
yeah,
They,
and like
they
the
can't
news.
they can't put real
Yeah.
people on TV without it. Well, I mean, I guess they have those one shows my mom watches. Those definitely aren't real.
We
Wow.
don't. This helps. Nobody believes this stuff.
No one believes
Even
in
the
news either.
blaster,
Or
Pew 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 pew. pew.
as Claire
Mondo, I
believes.
remember your mom saying something about no, it wasn't your mom. Yes, it was your mom. She was talking to Miss Hendricks, and they were talking about something about how just because the History Channel says that it's history doesn't mean it's true.
I
Because
suppose.
they got bought by the corporations like a couple of years ago.
Hey, Gino,
corporation.
what did Claire?
I don't know, but Miss
you know?
Hendricks was talking about it, so obviously it was true.
JR goes up to the counter to speak with Gino.
Oh yeah, I didn't know how close the proxy. Yeah, He'll go up to Gino. What's up with Claire?
Oh, yeah, it's just been super slow today. I mean, you guys are like the only people I've seen all day, and I guess it's been the same next door. They usually have a rush like this time. People are getting out of work, you know?
JR coughs and goes, "Do whatever you want."
What was that?
What was what? I don't know. I had a really rough scratch in my throat. I needed to get a cough.
It's from the marshmallow that got stuck in there when we were chugging our smoothies.
Oh, I was so bad. Oh,
You
flashbacks.
chug that smoothie.
Well, yeah, you know, like, it's release day. We usually have more people. Jake, he's got like a box full of comics he's supposed to come in and pick up today, but I haven't seen anybody.
Somebody has kidnapped Jay.
Wait, he hasn't picked up his comics yet?
No. You know, he's
Somebody
first
did
in
that.
line.
He's always first in line.
He's the reason that I even knew this place existed.
Who kidnapped?
Something is afoot.
This is bad. Somebody is doing bad things in our town, and
You
it's
don't
all
think
their
you-
fault.
Oh, Mondo, draw me with a magnifying glass so I can look for clues.
They haven't said anything about kidnappings or anything, have they?
No. Why would anybody kidnap anybody?
I don't know.
You're
I just it's like
People
there's a voice in the
kidnap
back of my
all the
head, just
time.
like I don't know.
Nah, it's just a weird off day. I'm sure tomorrow will pick up.
The aliens kidnap people.
Yes, maybe
Hey.
it'll pick up.
Gino,
Maybe it's just a weird day. It is kind of cold outside.
but it's
I imagine
summertime.
it's not cold outside at all.
Like, have you ever been here? Like, I'm new here still. Like, do the insects just go quiet? You know those loud screeching things in the summer that don't shut up? It goes
Oh, you think
shriek,
those
shriek,
insects
shriek,
are
shriek, shriek.
loud?
It gets worse.
Oh yeah. Just wait till August.
It's not
Oh my
happening
goodness.
right now.
Yeah, that's why I just ignore them usually. You
Maybe-
have to,
maybe
otherwise
I
you go
could just-
crazy.
I can make you
Aliens
earplugs.
kidnap
I can make
them.
you earplugs. I can make us earplugs. It will be fine.
Jared, there's
Or
something.
earmuffs.
Somebody is doing something bad here. This is bad.
Big fuzzy earmuffs. That'll block out all the noise.
Big
We should
fuzzy
find out who.
earmuffs.
Well, no, not right now. I meant in August.
Let's go find out who.
I got an ant with his mouth covered in a magnifying glass. There.
We can turn him in.
JR looks lost right now.
We should go turn him in.
It's
They
perfect.
kidnapped. The aliens kidnapped Jay, and they kidnapped.
I can't turn in somebody. I don't know where they are.
I know. That's why we have to go figure it out.
Wait,
What are you talking?
Yeah.
I can't go figure
Jake's
this
not
out.
here?
No.
Does it ever sound like JR is having a one-sided conversation with himself?
Yeah, I feel like Gino is just sort of looking between the two of you as you are quietly mumbling.
Hey.
His comic up, and he's just sort of
Mine is a little weird. He just got
looking over it, back
It's
down.
fine.
Like, maybe
No,
we should go
it's like
find
you-
Jake.
I don't know.
Do you even know where he lives?
Yeah. Do we even know where? Do you know where he lives?
Yeah, but I don't know.
I bet Gino knows
You
where he
can do
lives.
I don't want to.
This is how we're gonna
bother
find who
anybody.
did it.
Like it's getting kind of late.
No.
We don't want to.
It was
Wow.
getting kind of late.
Solving a mystery and finding out who did
Hey,
this.
hey, Gino, do you know where Jake lives?
You know where Jake
Yeah.
lives.
But don't go bothering him. He's old.
You're not bothering.
Yeah, that's true.
anyone.
But like,
He's not that
Wait,
old.
you should take him his comics.
What does Jake look like again?
He's old to me. He's like 45 at least.
he's ancient.
Whoa.
My dad's that old.
Maybe
Yeah.
you should take him his comics. Wouldn't that be a nice thing to do?
I don't know. I don't know about taking him his comics.
Nice. Yeah, I think that's a good
I don't
idea.
think we should take his comics because, like,
Oh yeah, you're
that's
right.
like part of the
Yeah, man,
experience,
he's
right?
gonna pay for him first.
Oh yeah, see, there's that too.
Oh yeah.
okay.
Yeah,
I'm,
we don't
I'm
have
sorry.
enough
That was a
money.
bad idea.
We
Yeah,
spent the
shouldn't
last
have
of our
done that.
allowance at the
That was
smoothie
Great
place.
idea.
yeah. I'm sure mom and dad would give me more money later, because they've, while we had the house. so.
After we cut the grass and after we weed the garden beds and after we take out the trash and after we do the dishes.
Oh, I'm sure I can make them feel guilty for, being busy and not having time for us. So, and they just hook us up. So,
Yeah.
Making his parents feel guilty. Also, who is he talking to? What is going on? This is
saying,
the-
we
Huh?
could,
What? Oh, I wasn't. I'm sorry.
oh, sorry.
I was lost in thought. Were you talking to me?
No, I was drawing. I was drawing.
How many different? No, you have so many different peaches or mangoes. They're just like it's. Like, I've seen you draw like 6 different mangoes. That's
yeah,
so
what's
cool.
with the mangoes?
Nah,
Perfecting.
the mangoes are
You're,
awesome.
you're perfecting the mango, obviously.
Yeah. We're
Just because I want to wear new things all the time doesn't mean you can't draw the same thing over and over again, because that's how you get good at drawing it if you draw it multiple times.
It's like the fire was exactly
I
the
just-
same on all of them.
Oh, it was the same? Nice. That's like the hardest thing to do is draw the same thing twice. Yeah.
He's making
I'm going for
choices here.
3 points and a hook. That's, yeah.
Okay, but what about Jay?
Meanwhile, in the corner of a page, there's an ant with a magnifying glass.
And a Sherlock Holmes hat.
Oh,
Is it bubble
I'm
pipe?
on the case.
can you go through the Rolodex and find Jake's address?
Can I? Maybe. Isn't it? It's Rolodex. What's a Rolodex? Isn't everything on a computer? I don't know if I can type on the computer.
That's why I was thinking a Rolodex might be easier.
You know,
I don't know if I can type on a computer without being noticed. Like, obviously he won't see me, but he'll notice the computer typing, and he might think that's weird. Why is my keyboard typing? And then, like, unplug it, and then I can't get what I'm looking for. Unless you distract him.
Mondo, when did you hear the sound stop? Because I wasn't paying attention.
It was after we left the Smoothie Co.
yeah, right when I
It was
said
quiet.
something.
Were the
really
bugs
quiet.
going before we got to Smoothie Co? I don't remember.
Yeah, the bugs are always going in
Do you
this
know
place.
They were
Has there been a
really
lot
loud.
of traffic outside the store, like driving by today?
Yeah, there are less people.
A little less than normal.
But there's
it's
no
like-
no holiday?
It's
Nah.
not a holiday, it's the aliens.
I mean, it's
We
not
need
supposed
to
to
go
rain
save
for like
Joe.
3 days.
We need to expose the aliens.
It's like
If
weird.
it
I mean,
was a holiday, we would have a whole bunch of new people in because it's tourists.
You know, it's super nice out. People might just be at the community garden or the park.
Hey,
Oh,
what
we
about
could-
you
we
have
could go
any
there and look
news
for
about the
clues.
alpacas? Because I used to go to the alpaca farm, and now they won't let anyone in. And I
Alpaca farm. They have an
No,
alpaca farm
I don't
here?
know anything about the alpaca farm. Last I
Have we
heard,
been to the alpaca farm?
It was the serial shearer.
No, because they bite.
He came
and
in
spit.
and they
They
were
do
naked.
bite. They do bite. Do you remember
shared
that
all
one
the-
time when you were a kid and you went to the pony ride thing and the pony
it's like having real voices
bit
inside
your
my
mom?
head.
I know, right?
Never going on a pony ride again, especially when they don't those stinking things.
I feel so sorry for these
Serial
kids.
shearer came in with his
Just
knives and
shaped up.
JR, is everything okay?
I just
You've been
really
acting
miss
a
the
little
alpacas.
Weird today.
I know,
Yeah,
but
It's
no,
hard
last
to
I heard-
de-stress. They're so soft.
I think
they are.
Abby must have taken him on the road. I don't know.
Wait,
Why
I don't know
just- I
what,
saw-
what
Are they
people do
gone?
with alpacas,
I
really.
thought- well, I mean, all of them. I've never
The
seen them all
simplest
gone.
explanation
They're
is
all
usually the
gone?
answer.
aliens.
Well, I mean, they're not all gone, but I mean, like,
Somebody said that once.
they haven't been letting people in, and I don't remember any time in all of the many 12 years I've been alive that they haven't allowed people to see the alpacas.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, it's
They're
just
usually
really
doing
messed
tours
up.
and stuff.
And
Yeah.
their therapy. We like them. Because when you fart, they cover up the fart.
Mondo, do we think there's actually a problem or is it just a slow day? Like everyone's at home watching TV.
On a nice day, everyone's always walking and talking and walking their dogs, and
It is a very active community. I do like that.
I think everyone's just trying to be more like Portland here.
I mean, it is better than the last place we lived where everybody just went to work
Yeah.
and watched TV and ate
Yeah.
dinner and went to bed and didn't do
Yeah.
anything different.
And all the stores were the same, and all
Oh
the
my
restaurants were the same.
God, and they were all the same as the last place we had been because there weren't any like cool, interesting, unique mom and pop places.
Nope.
And everything where you came from was the same. That sounds real comforting, honestly.
Well, you know, you can get the same breadsticks every 5 miles, so that's nice.
Well, you
Or the
never
same
have to make the
burrito.
wrong choice. You know, like, I like this. I go here. I like this.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you could go and try new
But yeah,
things
but
and
that can be
see
the same thing Like you can do like there is no other smoothie place like there is here, and we know what we like at that
Because
smoothie
if I
place.
order the wrong
And we
thing
can
and I
order
don't
the
like
same
it,
thing at that
that's
smoothie
what
place.
I've ordered.
But it's
Mom said I
unique
can't
to
send it
here.
back.
Well, that's because your mom, that's her fault for not understanding that you like what you like.
I don't know.
Do you like?
Maybe.
Do you think it's the aliens affecting the animals? If the insects are
Oh,
quiet
so
Well,
you think they're
everything's
all
in the
aliens?
and the alpacas are quiet or are acting up, that's
We
like,
really need to go.
Oh man, it's like
and
when
people
they
aren't
when they
walking their
abduct
dogs.
cows.
I'm really worried. We need to go find out who did this.
Dude, aliens are totally real, but there's no way they're visiting us. It's way too boring around here.
That's the
Nothing
perfect
ever happens around
reason,
here.
though.
that's like the
Right.
most important reason.
No. What did
messed up.
humans ever do that would interest aliens?
Oh my god, reality TV.
Obviously Super Squirrel and things like that. Like we humans are so crazy, inventive, and creative with their brains.
I guess you're right. People probably aren't that.
Fever?
Or they think that we're enslaved because we're to the animals because we're always taking care of them. We're always, like trailing behind dogs and picking up after their poops, and we
Oh
like
my!
have cats
You're
are like
right.
like pharaohs of old.
So that's why they took the alpacas, because they think the alpacas are the ones that are communicating.
I know. We
Or
have to go to the garden to see
Hold on.
if people are.
I gotta
still
write this
there.
down. Alpacas. Alpacas.
I told you.
Aliens.
All
We
right.
can't sit here and do nothing.
Are you guys gonna buy anything today, or just reading?
See, he's trying to give us a hint. We have to go solve the mystery
I
and find out who did it.
Here, I'll get we'll get this. I'll get this copy and we'll share it since you got my smoothie. Because this is the art in this one is so good and the story is so good.
that's
Like,
That's a good
yes.
deal because we would be able to buy the comic ourselves if we hadn't bought.
but we gotta keep it in your
Smoothie.
house because I don't think my mom would like it.
Oh yeah,
It's not your fault that your mom has.
That's a
terrible
good
taste in
favor.
art.
that's fair.
And hey, friends do favors for each other.
That's true.
You think,
Yeah, friends do
think,
favors for each other. Yeah.
Do you think
And if you
JR
find
might
your-
become your new best friend?
Well, I don't know.
I think that would be good.
that's a
Yeah.
lot. That's a tall order.
Sorry, Gino. I'll buy this.
It'll be nice to have at least one sale today.
See?
Only one?
Aliens.
Seriously, there's gotta be aliens.
I know.
Well, you know how it is. Like the little kids came in this morning, knocked everything off the shelves, ran around, didn't buy anything, left, and
Jerks.
Chaos
You mean
personified.
You mean they still let their kids in here when they go and get the coffee? Don't they know that they're supposed to be like on leashes?
Yeah, I wish
We're
I could tell them
terrible
that.
parents. It's all their fault. They raised these children wrong.
I can't believe they let that happen.
Yeah, wow. They're just terrible people. It's all their fault. They've messed up their kids for life.
So he rings up the comic and puts it in a brown paper bag and hands it back to you.
Hey, Gino, do you happen to have any more flyers about your upcoming contest?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
They're right there.
Contest,
They're right there.
contest.
They're right there.
Yeah,
He has them right there.
Here you go. Yeah.
Oh yeah, thanks. Can I? Yeah. See, JR, maybe just throwing this out there. Dude, maybe we could like super friends it, and you write, I draw.
Oh
We
my
win.
God, that would be the best. And if we lose, it's his fault because his drawings aren't great.
Super Fritz powers activate, and he goes to high five.
Yes.
You got some real competition this time.
Oh.
No, we don't.
Who cares?
No, but you've never seen.
It'll
you've never
just be
seen Mondo's
fun.
art.
It doesn't matter if we win. It'll just be fun. Winning's just a bonus.
If we don't win, they've totally paid off the town.
Mondo's gonna have comics for sale in this shop someday.
So are you.
That would be amazing.
Only if I can get a good writer. Wink, wink, nod.
That'll be
Yeah.
pretty cool.
Yeah. that was
we'll have
You're
to
doing
find
so good. You're
someone.
following my advice.
I'm gonna have
That's so
to have you
scary.
sign your first editions when they come out.
I know
then.
it's scary. That means it's good.
Scary stuff.
Okay, boys, can we go to the park now?
Oh, I think we should go to the park to look for clues.
When they go to the park,
Yeah, it's on our way to somewhere. Yeah,
Yeah.
we can at least talk about the aliens.
that's fair.
Yes.
That's a
It
good
could
idea.
be on our
The
way to the
aliens.
library, and then we can look up books about aliens and books about sign writing and drawing.
That's a good point.
Like,
We could go to the library and look up how alpacas and rule the world, or something like that. Remember, because they're like Peruvian, right? And they're like,
Whoa.
yeah,
I'm pretty
That's
sure.
why they came to this town.
Pretty sure
That's
there's
right.
a whole section of the library for conspiracy theories.
there's got to be a whole section at the library with conspiracy theories, right?
those aren't conspiracy theories. Those are true. There are
I
lots
mean,
of people to blame for those.
Can you really call them conspiracy theories if we can't prove they're conspiracy theories?
That's right. Yep.
I'm
This
just
is why
calling
we're
them what
friends, JR.
You can just call them theories.
just because they're generally considered conspiracy theories doesn't mean they're not true.
I'm
That's
just
just
not
what
willing
they're
to rule
called.
them out yet.
That's right.
Yeah.
Because
so they're
we
like-
all know it's a big straw.
Just theories.
Yeah.
You all continue to have conversations inside and outside of your head as you leave through the door and the blaster sounds go off above your head.
Pew, 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 pew,
Begin
pew.
to head across town as the sun begins to set. And that is the end of our scene, and you all need to adjust your dice. All right, as we go into our third scene, something has happened. JR and Doodle have the same number. So, when
Because you're my best friend.
Phenomenal
When-
cosmic power.
when a kid and an entity have chosen the same value on their die, they are merged. So for this scene, you two are no longer separated by your differences in personality, power, or appearance. You can act in concert with each other. Mechanically, you may re-roll failed dice. You sometimes we'll see if you need to do something that requires a dice roll, we might skip it, and you can narrate how you do it. Doodle, the entity, can interact with the physical world without
Oh my God, this is
without
gonna be the
express
best.
permission. You can use your
I'm
powers.
going to pants someone.
And JR can use Doodle's powers.
Yep.
So, where are you heading right now?
We're going to Lone Pine, then to the library.
You going to Lone
Oak?
Lone Oak.
Lone Oak.
Park. Good.
I thought we were going to the community garden park.
There are two parks. There's the community garden, and there's Lone Oak.
Lone Oak is, and then then the community garden is right next to the
Right
library.
next to the library.
Yeah. So the
Yeah.
community garden park is one that you'd be more likely to find people at. Community gardens is a large park that has like picnics, and they do like the 4th of July fireworks are there.
And they have the bandstand.
Yeah, there's a bandstand. There's like a little corner where some of the people who live downtown share like plots of garden space and stuff like that. Lone Oak is on the outskirts and a little less visited. It is closer to the Adirondack Park, which is like a big state park on the outskirts of town. So we going to the community garden, or we going to Lone Oak?
I mean,
feel
we
like
gotta
if
go
we're
to
going-
wherever the most people are.
So if we're going to the library and we're trying to talk to people anyway, we should probably go to the community garden. Also, if we're on bicycles, getting to Lone Oak might be a bit more of a trek if it's already getting late, right?
It is already getting late. Um, I think you probably have uh, like hybrid bikes, not like street bikes or
Mm.
mountain bikes, but like bikes that you could probably get to Lone Oak just fine on. But if you're looking for people, you're more likely to find them at Community Garden.
Yeah, we definitely, because we're in sync, JR.
Who would
Yeah.
like to set the scene next?
All right. So we are going to the community garden parking lot. It's actually a very nice place, and I kind of like it because there are lots of people that I can make funny of our jokes too. But it used to be an empty plot next to the library, but then it's a community garden through this wonderful lady named Miss Hicks, and we like her very much because she is a really easy target to play fart jokes on. But yeah, there's a bunch of garden beds, and there are native plants, which we really like because it's good for the environment, and then nobody's at fault. And benches and picnic tables and lots of wide grassy areas with plenty of spots for kids to kind of hang out, which is why we're going there to see if there are people there. We like it.
Yeah, I
So
don't think
this-
JR would have made a decision otherwise, but since we're merged, like the decision was made
Yeah.
without much issue.
Right?
So,
Because we're
so
in sync, because we're best friends.
this place would normally be very, very busy. There would be lots of people on blankets and picnics spread out, and maybe like the rebels playing up on the stage. But it is empty. It is completely empty, except for one figure distant. They look almost pitch black in the darkening air. And you don't hear those insect sounds. It's been quiet as you get here, as you made your way here. And you can almost hear sort of a whooshing, windy sound coming from the center of this space. As you get there, something happens as JR and Doodle, uh, their relationship with each other becomes harmonious.
My best friend.
What does it look like when the two of them merge?
Good question.
I think JR actually kind of stands up straighter. Like he, instead of kind of hiding away, he's more present. At least part of what's happening. Like, he doesn't like to make decisions or kind of express himself outwardly like that. But I think now he's more like, I don't know, more present, more not imposing, but like asserting
Confident.
themselves. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, more
His
confident.
shoulders are back. Yeah. And he's actually looking at people like in the eye because Doodle definitely would do that.
Mhm.
Is there any amount of Doodle on the outside now?
Yeah, I was gonna say what a doodle expressed.
Ooh. So I think JR's shirt actually changes to a drawing of Doodle with little eyeballs because they're one. And if you look very subtly, the eyeballs will shift back and forth when JR's eyeballs shift back and forth.
Cool.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Do Mondo and the friend notice this change in their friend?
I am fine tuned to changes.
You are fine tuned to changes.
Mondo, was JR wearing that shirt in the comic shop?
No, he was wearing the. I think he was wearing the second edition Super Squirrel shirt, the one where he was fighting the robot.
Oh, yeah. That's a cool cover.
Yeah.
Didn't you base one of the monkey comic covers on that cover?
Yeah.
I probably had to go back and redo it. It was pretty like. I'm not saying I traced it, but I'm saying like.
Tracing is how all good artists learn how to draw. There's nothing wrong with tracing.
But I changed the. Yeah, I basically changed. Yeah. But yeah. No, he changed his shirt.
When did he have time to change his shirt?
Hey, JR, did you change your shirt? And like, did you spill like smoothie on your shirt?
JR
And
turns
change?
around and he's got like
How do you get that design from it? Smelled smoothie.
Well, JR's got a big smile on his face and he's like, "Hey, one person ask questions." And begins to walk towards the figure. Hey,
Mondo, I don't have a good feeling about that. Can I have permission to make things?
Yeah.
What is the...
Yeah.
Okay.
Jake, is that you? Jake, your comics.
Yeah, Jake, your comics.
Yeah, Jake, your comics.
I don't think that's Jake.
The figure was crouching
Like
as you approached, and it stands tall, a little too tall, long arms and long legs. And
Wow, you're really tall.
It is thin and stands above the height of the pavilion.
Oh no!
I
Hey
don't
Mondo,
think
you
I
remember
like you.
that
I think
confetti
you're an
blaster
alien.
you drew last week? You have it in your hand now. Boop! It's in your hand. You have a confetti blaster now. Make good choices. I don't like this. This is very scary.
Why are you doing mean things?
Tell me who you are. JR
Tilts its head at you and
Are you an alien?
starts walking forward with its arms outstretched to either side.
Nope.
Like it's coming in for a big hug.
I want to
Bad touch.
It takes
Stop and
these
tell me who you are.
long strides towards you, and as it does, you see this this like pigeon fly above, and it looks up at the pigeon, and it reaches up and grabs the pigeon, and you just see it swirl, and a few feathers go, and it disappears.
Maybe we should
into
Absolutely
land.
not.
We're going.
Yep. Okay. I don't. You hang out there. We're gonna go. Can I try to persuade it to not to hang out?
Yes, you can. That is something that you can do. You can try to do. Roll your die.
My number I have to beat.
I
What
don't
happens if you
have to
tie?
beat it.
I'm gonna say, because I don't want to read through all the rules, that a tie is a failure. You have to exceed.
Okay. And then I.
But what do
then
I have to do?
But you can re-roll up to 4 times.
Oh my gosh.
Can we use my stats for that?
You actually both have the same numbers.
Same stat. Yeah.
But you can roll as well and see if
But
your
I can
roll
go
does it.
below.
Yeah, it's true.
My roll does it by 1.
So, what words come out of JR's mouth?
This is your fault. This is not cool. You stay there.
Well, the words that JR
Stop
used
eating
were "hang out there," which I think
You hang out there. Stop eating people.
it looks at you. It tilts its head and sits on the ground and hugs its knees and looks at you expectantly. You don't see a face in this void. You can hear that sort of rushing of wind, and as you are now closer to it, you can see that its form is not solid, but looks like it's almost like a tornado of black air.
This is all your fault.
Mondo, this is like that episode of Space Warriors. We gotta get out of here. We can't handle the black hole beast.
We can handle it. We just made it sit down.
Okay, I don't
That's
know.
actually a good point. We did make it sit down.
You did make it sit down. I'm fine with going. I'm fine with staying. I just need you to make a decision.
Where did you get that?
Oh, I drew this. I drew this.
That was amazing.
This is a case your persuasion wasn't going to work. Here, hold.
Confetti blaster is the best weapon.
Yeah, hold the confetti blaster.
It's heavier than I thought it was going to be.
I got an idea.
Hey,
Hold
we
on.
got this.
I'm gonna draw mouth and like a quick face, and throw it on it and see if it'll
Oh, if it could
be
talk
able to
back to
express.
us?
Yeah.
If
Yeah.
we could talk to it, maybe?
Oh.
Oh,
This
that's
is
a
a great
smart
idea.
idea. That's a
And
great
then we can
idea.
make it
You
feel
go ahead and draw it, and then I'll
bad
boop it to life.
Okay.
for all it's done.
He
This
whips
is
out
all its
a.
fault.
Everything you've done.
What color?
Red.
He always defaults to black, but if it's black, he would have to go. Oh, he gets a piece of paper and rips a mouth, since it's a white piece of paper, and rips it into a mouth,
Oh,
and then
3D art.
goes, yeah, there.
Nice.
Throws it like
All
a
right.
shuriken.
Yeah.
Now
mean,
talk
it's
to us.
Poofed. Like there's an extra boost. It's not just, it doesn't just a paper that flies where you'd expect it to just sort of go to the ground. It like actually flies across the park and lands on the thing's face exactly like a mouth should.
I think I need friend to roll its power.
Okay,
Power it. You can
Roll
do
to
it.
see if you can do this.
You can do it, friend.
I did it.
Did it. So the scrap of paper, torn to look like a mouth, flies through the air towards this thing, and finds itself right on the middle of its face, and it tilts its head again, and the shape of it wrinkles, and the sides of it turn down into
Well, why is it frowning?
a frown.
Yeah, you should feel bad.
Why are you sad?
Before we go
Mondo,
any
you kind of
further,
feel the weight of something on your shoulder, and I don't know if anyone else can see this, but you can see friend looks like your squirrel with fangs.
I need JR and Doodle to do something. Because
Okay.
when you merge, you come out on the other side in a bit of a different relationship with the person that you've merged with. So I need you to
best
take your
friends.
relationship die and roll it and tell everybody what number you get.
Ooh, okay. We all know I roll like crap.
I got an 8.
Oh no.
Can't roll higher than
Of
an
course.
8.
I got a 1.
A 1.
You can't
Okay.
roll lower than a 1.
All right.
No!
Those are going to be your new numbers for the next round,
Oh my god.
for the next scene. And
Oh.
something has to happen in this scene for the relationship to change in that way. So something
Oh.
extreme is about to happen.
I know.
So this tall, dark figure, its face that you just gave it turns from a smile into a frown, and as you all just sort of stand there trying to figure it out, it moves forward. It had its arms wrapped around its legs, and it moves its body forward and starts crawling towards the
Nope.
two of you.
Whoa.
Nope, this is not okay.
That's not
Nope.
holding on.
We said stay. We said stay.
Why
This
is-
is
why
your
is it
fault,
working?
and you need to feel bad.
And as it
I don't
crawls, it
know,
reaches
JR, why
one
is it
hand
working?
towards you, not talking.
Blast.
And
Confetti blaster,
its
confetti blaster,
Yeah.
confetti blaster,
It's-
blaster, blaster.
frown
Tell it it's its fault.
begins to turn into a smile as it reaches towards you.
I'm gonna confetti blaster it.
So you're going to take the confetti blaster from Mondo?
No, Mondo already handed it to me.
Okay.
I'm gonna
All right.
blast it with confetti.
Let's get a confetti blaster roll.
Yeah.
You can re-roll up to 4 times.
Okay, well, I got close. I got a 7.
Wait,
What?
You can't roll higher than your number.
Oh, wait, that's
so-
right. So there's no
Can't.
possible way I can fit. She can't roll lower.
And
than
neither
hers.
can she roll
So it's
lower than her
impossible,
number.
right?
Oh my gosh.
All right. Well,
Do you understand my reaction from earlier now?
Unload
It's
the
your
confetti
fault.
blaster.
It's his fault.
I forgot we can't
It's
tie.
his
That's right.
fault.
Yeah.
What happens when you unload this confetti blaster at it?
It's literally just shredded paper. It just it kind of gives a little puff, but it more of it gets blown back by the wind than it gets shot forward by the blaster.
That's not what's supposed to happen with the confetti blaster.
Maybe it's because
that's not
I'm
what's
not
supposed to
I'm not the right kid for this.
As you
Mondo,
blast
did you draw the confetti blaster with the markers from the kit?
That was a bad idea, wasn't it?
I think it was.
You gotta tell him it's his fault.
as you blast it with the confetti,
Mhm.
the confetti just poofs out around it. None of it actually even touching this thing, as its windy body just blows it all away. You notice that specifically none of it is absorbed by this creature.
Yeah, we gotta.
Mondo, what do I do,
We gotta
Mondo?
go.
It didn't work.
You gotta-
It absolutely
you gotta
didn't
listen to
work.
me. Tell him it's his fault. He's bad, and it's his fault.
You
He
can
sat
tell
down
him.
when we said hold. Oh, I can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. This is your fault. You have screwed up. You have hurt a lot of people. You are to blame. You are a bad alien.
It backs off. And
Oh, I thought you were talking to me.
that smile turns.
I was about to say, can I hear that? Because I want to tell Mondo that's not true.
The smile turns sad, and it stops, and the hand that was reaching towards you expectantly just sort of shrinks back a little bit.
That's right. You are the baddest alien. You eat a lot of people, and you have hurt llamas, and you need to give them all back. That is not okay.
Its head droops.
You
and
should
it turns
feel
away
bad.
from you,
All your fault. And I'm going to use my whisper.
and it starts crawling and picks itself up and starts walking away from you. Turns its head
What?
over its shoulder, and it looks sad, and it just
Was
begins
that the right
walking away.
Choice?
I don't think that's the right choice.
I don't think.
It's bad.
Here.
And as it
What?
gets to the pavilion, the swirling tornado black body of it just sort of swirls up into the sky and
No,
disappears.
no, wait.
Oh man.
Doodle, how could you?
I
I think we hurt its feelings.
Well,
it is
definitely.
gone,
Huh.
but it's gone.
What are we supposed to?
But we don't know what it was doing.
We can't touch it. Mondo, I want you to stay at least 5 feet away from that thing at all times.
But we don't know if that was the right choice.
I
don't
can
think
give
that
you a long pointy stick to keep it far away.
If we hurt his feelings, it could have just
What
been a
if-
scared animal thing.
But-
But it was sad. It was definitely sad,
It
right?
was very happy when it was reaching out to things.
Maybe it just needs
Maybe-
a
Maybe it
hug.
reached out and it hurt
Or a
the
friend?
bird.
I mean, maybe, but maybe it doesn't know it hurt the bird.
But we told it it hurt the bird. Oh.
But it didn't
But-
I
absorb
don't know what to
the
do.
things we gave
Are the
it.
llamas back?
It didn't absorb the things we gave it, Mondo.
No, it did absorb it, right? It absorbed.
No, because the paper
Oh, the paper
just
did
stuck
stick
to
with it,
its
didn't it?
face, and then the confetti was almost repelled by it.
Yeah.
Mondo, this gun was really cool, but I don't know.
Yeah.
Was that
Yeah,
supposed to do that?
Yeah. Well, it was supposed to be more of like like a bazooka and
Right.
like
It was supposed to be like that thing from that movie that we weren't supposed to watch, but we
Yeah.
did watch anyway with the
We
cool
watched this
girl.
movie that
It
we
was-
weren't
yeah.
supposed to watch, and it was supposed to be like that. It obviously it didn't.
It was much cooler in the movie.
It was a lot cooler in the movie.
JR,
I'll work on it.
on the llamas. Are the llamas back?
I'm torn.
I don't know, dude, if the
Because-
llamas are back.
So, if I'm to believe this correctly, I have
Uh-huh.
an 8, which
Yeah.
means I have a better relationship
Yeah.
with.
You
got a
have the
1,
Best
which is
possible.
the worst relationship status.
Scene's
You
not
have the-
over
You
yet.
just told me
Best-
it was. Oh, I was gonna say you just told me it was all my fault. So
That's true.
yeah.
But it was also. It's also JR not doing what he would normally do, which is to take the blame. I'm torn as to what to do next.
I was gonna
Blame
say
shifted.
Jared didn't take the blame. Yeah, he blame shifted.
Because, see, part of me wanted to blame Mondo because
Uh-huh.
of the change in relationship. Like, this gun didn't do anything, Mondo. We could have got killed.
Yeah, I didn't really expect to ever to have to really use it.
I don't know what to
I'm
feel
sorry,
right
it
now.
was a
I'm
bad
torn.
choice.
I think it was
You know what?
good.
I just want to
It
know
was a
if
choice.
the llamas are okay.
I kind of panicked. It was very scary.
I
have
figured
to
we
ask.
needed.
JR, is your shirt talking?
Oh, is it still a thing?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought once
can we
I
hear
thought once the
Doodle?
disparity was happening that
Uh-huh.
it was done.
No, we're still there.
Oh. Yeah, my shirt.
Wait,
Do
have
we
we
never
realized yet?
unmerge? Do we stay merged forever?
No, you unmerge once this
See?
scene in this garden is over.
Okay. JR, I just want
We
to
all
see if the
decide when the
llamas
scene
are
ends.
okay.
Okay, so then you would hear.
Uh-huh.
Mondo, is JR like us?
Hey,
Hey.
Mondo, maybe we should check out the alpacas.
Yeah, you've been worried about
I
that.
say,
Just say,
Hey.
do you?
see them.
The little squirrel friend is at JR's feet looking up at their shirt.
Yeah. So, if you look, like, do you have a? Do you have an imaginary friend
I'm not imaginary.
that actually
I'm
does?
real.
I don't know why. That's kid stuff. Why?
No. I'm real
Okay.
and I saved you.
I make a big pointy stick appear in Mondo's hand because he gave me permission to make whatever I want appear.
I'm
Whoa.
just saying.
Gary's gonna hurt
Okay.
me.
And he points down at the fanged squirrel.
Whoa, that's cool. When did you make that? Oh, it moves. So I guess by imagine. Okay.
And it 100% looks like it was drawn with markers. And the friend skitters back up to Mondo
Yeah.
and like climbs up the pointy stick.
two-dimensional?
Jeez.
Yeah,
Please be two-dimensional.
He
Please
like
be two-dimensional.
breezes up there.
yeah.
Ah, jeez. So you don't mean imaginary friend? I don't have an imaginary friend. I have a
I'm
different.
kind of
friend.
imaginary.
I have a different friend.
Yeah.
I'm
Well,
not
this is
imaginary.
the friend, and manifests. It came about during all the moving times and stuff, and I draw things for it, and like a bazooka, like a flaming mango, and arms.
Maybe a
and
bazooka
wings.
would be better.
Is that why the fire was the same every time? It was the same mango.
Yeah.
No.
Oh, by the way,
Sometimes.
JR wouldn't realize that his shirt is
That was
talking
for
because he
years.
always hears her in his head. So I don't know if JR would actually
yeah. So
would actually
JR,
make the connection that
I'm Okay, well, so I'm saying I'm showing you the friend because do you have a friend there on your shirt?
I'm
Oh
a
no!
friend.
When I
It's talking,
will you hear her?
and that's the second weirdest thing that's happened today.
What's the
What was
first?
the first?
I'm
That
not
thing.
weird.
That's fair. Okay, fair, fair. There's a lot. I'm taking a lot of information in right now, and I don't know what to do with it. But Doodle wants to go check on the alpacas, and I feel like we should check on the
My
alpacas
brain
because
is
I feel like
wrinkling.
I need to hug an alpaca right now. But I don't know
Yeah.
if they're
I thought
closed.
the alpacas were gone.
We'll
I
just
can
break
make an
in.
alpaca for
It's
him to
fine.
hug.
You can make us a key. I can't still can't hear the front, right?
No, no one can hear the friend except for Mondo.
Unless you're
Okay.
talking as the squirrel.
Speech bubbles.
Great.
Yes.
It's like Looney Tunes, the signs.
The friend manifests a speech bubble that says hello.
I think it has to be a sign.
Am I holding the little squirrel's holding a
A
little
squirrel,
sign?
or like Love Actually, or like in Bugs Bunny,
Like
where they would
Looney
have the
Tunes, yeah.
yeah
Like
Looney Tunes.
so, like holding up a little sign that says hello, and then flips it around that says I'm the friend, and then I can make you an alpaca.
I don't want to be an alpaca.
Can you make us a key to get in? Then it's not breaking and entering if you have a key.
I
I
don't know
don't
if
know if
that's
that's
true.
true.
There's also a sign being held up that says, I don't know if that's
Yeah, it's true.
I mean,
Then it's their fault for having a key that's easy to
we're
make.
minors. What are they going to do? Take us to our moms?
Exactly. Yep.
Juvie.
What? Oh. But first offense? Oh god, we might go to juvie. I don't know if we could do this.
I can't. I just need to add a pack. It's okay. I want to go see them.
Okay.
Oh, Miss Hendricks could give us like cotton balls, and I can make an alpaca out of cotton balls.
I suppose we could do that, or we could just go
But-
find a real alpaca.
Or pom poms.
Are the alpacas okay? I saved us.
To the alpacas. And
Okay.
JR turns and walks off.
But before we go,
Huh?
I suppose as we're pushing our bikes, you don't forget your bike.
Oh yeah.
That thing was sad, and we just made it sadder.
Yeah.
Well, where would you go if you were sad?
8 people.
Alpacas.
I can't really go anywhere except for where Mondo goes.
Yeah.
So where would I go? Where would we go? We would go
You could all assume,
home.
easily assume, based on conversations that have happened within the last couple hours, that it has already visited the alpacas.
Yes.
And that there are no alpacas.
That's where it went
Uh-huh.
first. Where would you go?
Mondo, do you think it's lonely?
I think it is lonely.
Hmm.
I think it's just looking for like a friend.
Yeah,
Why don't you draw a friend?
If we could draw
Well-
it a friend.
we could.
But where would it run off to?
But maybe it just went away and it put all the
Well-
people back.
Mondo, remember when we first moved here? When we were new in town and you didn't know anybody and you were kind of reluctant to make friends, where did we used to go? Because I don't really remember.
I assume we went to like the Lone Oak. That way no one was around, right?
Yeah, you really like being outside.
Yeah. Then I got sap on my butt and I didn't like that. But other than that, it was fine. But, it's a nice quiet place
Yeah.
The Lone doesn't have
to be
alpacas.
alone.
I bet those shorts were ruined.
Yeah.
They were kind of. Well, sorry. They were kind of.
Suck.
Yeah.
They can't hear me. It's so weird that we can hear the other one, but they can't hear me. I'm glad we figured out a way for me to talk to them, though, because
Yeah.
honestly, I haven't really thought about it until we've encountered this, but it's probably pretty distracting for you to have me in your head while trying to talk to someone else at the same time and they can't talk to me.
Yeah, but that's all really weird. Also, at the same time, thinking that they
Are going
hear
through the same
you.
thing.
Yeah. Like, how normal is this? Does everybody have this? Is everyone manifesting this? And if so, is that thing one of us that is doing the same thing?
JR's got his shirt stretched out. How long have you been down there?
Since we got to the park, I think Mondo, you must be having some kind of crisis, but I would really like to make sure that the alpacas are okay and I didn't ruin everything.
What if we call the alpaca farm from the library? I don't know if we can get all the way to the farm by... Even if they were open.
Well,
Why does she think
Your
she
mom
ruined
didn't-
everything?
Your
Oh, because she
mom
told the
didn't-
thing that it should feel bad. That's why.
oh
the
yeah,
cell phone?
we could go.
I'm assuming that we're in cell phone times. Just like check out their like Twitter or something. Maybe their TikTok.
I suppose
I
that's
don't
fair.
know
It's
what
after
they're
school.
doing.
I can turn my phone back on. Oh, 37 missed calls.
Actually, no missed calls.
Oh.
No missed calls, no messages.
Ooh,
Mm,
do
I don't know how to feel about this.
okay.
Well, no, my mom hasn't. Well, my mom doesn't always. Maybe she's working late.
Um,
And you check at Alpaca Acres on TikTok and find that there have been no new TikToks in the last 48 hours.
Mondo,
Oh,
this
wow.
is really scary.
okay.
Something
Okay.
weird is going on.
Did everybody
The
go?
squirrel has changed into a little snake that's around your neck that's wearing like a little cozy sweater.
Oh, don't get a paper cut.
Is there anyone out around?
No, you don't see anybody. And the
I
sky is getting
scrolled to-
darker, and there are no birds.
How is it eating all the birds? Okay.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Okay.
But the lights are on in the library.
We're still going in the library.
It seems safe.
For now. Okay. Find a book, how to make friends and influence others.
I think that was in the 200 section in the nonfiction area.
You know that this whole system doesn't make sense, right? It so doesn't make sense. Just
It's a
saying.
little weird. It's a little strange, but I don't know.
You just have pictures pointing to the right directions.
As we head into the library, we're going to change scenes. Which means, JR, your number is 8. Doodle, your number is 1.
Yep.
And Mondo and the friend can secretly send me their numbers. As you walk into the library, Erica, would you like to set the scene?
Yeah, of course. I get to describe the library. So like I spend 40 hours a week in one.
I'm just reserving the last scene for myself, that's all.
Okay.
It's luck of the draw. What is your dream library? How about that?
In a town of 4,500 people.
In a small town with a
Surprisingly
surprising
large.
amount of public funding.
Everyone donates to the library.
Well,
Yeah, because Miss Hendricks is amazing.
Well,
Right.
think about
She's
these old,
immortal.
yeah. Well, in
She's
these old
really good at
towns,
writing grants.
yeah. But these old towns also used to be huge and hugely well funded by, logging and stuff like that. And so they would have these big infrastructures and big buildings that now there's not the population to support it. But there's federal grants.
Yeah. Um, yeah. So the Oakville Public Library is it's a large Victorian house. So you walk up, it has this nice like wraparound porch, and it's in all of these pretty colors. And you walk up the wooden steps and in through the main doors to find, like, this is a massive house. This was a very rich man's home once upon a time. So it's got very grand, stately, like lots of woodwork and pretty wallpaper, and there's just shelves um, along every single space on the wall that there possibly can be. And there's just one desk. So you have to go like right there in the entryway is where the one desk is. And you have to kind of go upstairs for, because the downstairs is the children's area, and then the upstairs is where they have the adult stuff, because if the kids went upstairs then they would be pounding footsteps all the time.
All the time.
Fact.
All the time.
They would sneak candy and soda up there.
Oh gosh, that's a nightmare.
Smoothies.
And then it has a very nice basement is the staff work area, but of course we don't know that because we don't ever get to go back there.
Is there like a little like an annex that was built on after that doesn't match at all the Victorian building, and that's where all like the modern computer stuff is, like little
The PC lab.
like alcoves.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the
Put in during the 80s.
Yeah.
yeah, the exterior of the building, like they try to match it a little bit, but it like there's like an extension off of, I guess, where the kitchen used to be has been turned into this wide open area where you have the public computers and the reference desk and everything like that.
Okay. And as you head in and you see Miss Hendricks behind the desk and hear the quiet murmurs of people upstairs, something happens to Mondo and the friend. As JR's shirt turns back to the color it was earlier in the day, what changes about the other two people / one person?
Oh, it's our turn.
It is your
Yay!
turn. You two are merging.
Mondo, what were you wearing before? You had like this
It's green, right?
It's like a
Pepper
green and black
armor.
flannel.
a green and black flannel
Yeah,
Over a t-shirt.
over a
over
t-shirt.
a t-shirt. So Mondo's appearance has to change?
It can. You are manifesting in some way.
I am manifesting in some way.
Does Mondo get like big cartoon eyes or something?
No.
Pepicura armor.
Oh, we could go Demon Slayer, that art style where it looks 2D, but it has so much movement that it looks. So we get like bold
Your
lines.
outlines?
Yeah. and when you want to manifest something,
Like cell shaded.
yeah, your drawing is more shaded, and it shows like it casts a secondary shadow
That is very
So, if
dramatic.
you're-
I was actually kind of thinking that your clothing gets covered in embroidery and in drawings and in
okay.
of all in like your hands kind of like are all
Looks like
covered
I'm
in, like you've
like the
just gone out of
drawing.
like and everything, like you have
You could
just like you
also-
just arts and crafts all over yourself. You got
Uh-huh.
doodles on your shoes. There's just like marker and embroidery and everything all up your pants and your shirt,
Okay.
just covered head to toe in drawings.
Sorry.
Drawings and glues and papers and stitchings and stuff like that.
Like
Patches.
there's a patch on your jean of a flaming mango
Yes.
of the mango Miranda.
L patches.
Owl patches.
Great. So as you enter the library, before we go any further, we should have your public roles so that we can play the scene to fit where your relationship is
You're not gonna
going.
be the opposite of us.
All right. So this is our
Amy is gonna get a 1.
how we
This is gonna
feel
be-
about each other.
For
Right?
for the final scene, yeah.
Okay.
I'm not rolling this day.
Oof.
Dang, so good.
Did we just roll the same
Yes.
number?
Yes,
Yeah.
you did. But it's also lower, which is interesting. Okay. Cool.
So we're staying merged, but
you are, but
our
you,
feelings are getting more tumultuous.
yeah, you like each other less.
Because
Cool.
people start paying attention to us more.
It might be because there are people in this library. Miss Hendricks is behind the desk, and when you come in, she looks up from the computer and says, "Hello. It's been a quiet day. We're closing in a half an hour. Is there anything I can help you find while you're here?"
Shadow monsters.
Yeah.
Is that a book series? Do you know the
Could-
author?
It's like a cryptid, but like local.
You're looking for mythology, local mythology, maybe folklore.
Do we have local folklore?
There's local folklore. I can show you upstairs.
He looks
Yeah.
at Mondo. Mondo, it's you. Oh, whoa. Went a little nuts with the. You know
It's a
what?
lot
Never
of-
mind.
It's a lot of change. That's a lot of change.
But change is good sometimes.
Is
I heard-
this much change good?
Do
a
you have
lot
a
of
voice
change.
now?
Are all of the different like the mango and all the squirrel and everything? Are they all talking at the same time? Like
No. Friend would choose like one thing,
One.
and it's like it's like one that's like real way up high
Uh-huh.
near Mondo's
Well,
ear.
would you choose one thing every time you talk, because it would have to change?
Yeah.
Yes.
You would have your different emotions.
So Miss
Oh, yeah.
Hendricks leads you upstairs towards the local folklore. There you find some books by local authors, and some of that look like probably self-published, printed
Uh-huh.
on Amazon, and some older things.
Hey, Miss Hendricks, just out of curiosity, is there anything about? Do you know anything about like possession, like things taking over things, like people?
That's kind of my whole gig. Why are you asking about my whole gig?
here's 9/10 of the law.
You might find something. She laughs a little at that. You might find something in this this section here. It's like mythology and
Uh-huh.
ghosts and UFOs. There might be something in there about possession, but
Aliens.
it is technically nonfiction because there's nothing I can do about that.
But you're not saying it's not true. Okay. All right.
Cedric, you're the best.
The friend does their its best approximation of Mondo's voice and goes, Ms. Hendricks, are there any local myths about the lone tree?
I think there is actually.
That's
And
pretty good.
she looks
That's pretty good
at the
impression.
shelves, and pulls out
I tried.
an older book. I think you'll find something in here. The book is maybe it looks like it was printed in the 70s. It's got a clear plastic cover over like a yellowish cloth, sort of a mustardy color. And
70s.
yeah, the embossed shape of a tree with some mountains behind it.
This might be. I think this is perfect.
Just remember, we're closing in a half an hour.
Okay.
I've got a library card. Can we check this out?
Sure.
Cool.
Yeah.
I promise I will bring the books that I have tomorrow. I just am not done studying yet. But we would like to check this out.
It might be part of our new comic that we're working on. See? Here's a flyer. See? We're working on something together. Group project.
You get back down to the desk downstairs, and she scans your library card. How many overdue books do you currently have?
Probably at least 3. 2 of them are probably trying to learn to draw books, and one of them is probably just like a fantasy novel, like in a long series. I don't know if you've ever read the Chronicles of Xanth series. It's like a 20 book long series, something like that. It's like somewhere in the middle. So I promise I'm done with this one, and these 2. Let's be real. I've been done with those for a while. I just need to bring them back. Sorry.
Jake, you've got 3 overdue. I can't let you take another book out.
Okay, I'll do it.
And what's your name? Do you have a card?
Yeah, I got a card when we first moved here.
All right. How many overdue books do you have?
0, of course. I always remind you to bring them back.
Yeah, I always bring them back.
Okay. She lets you check out the book.
Why didn't she recognize you? She's always so nice and gives us crafts.
Covered in marker.
Maybe. I don't know. Miss Hendricks, you recognize me, right?
Of
We
course.
do arts and crafts, and
Your name? She looks at the computer. Yes, Armando.
oh yeah, you can just call me Mondo. It's fine.
Okay.
Thanks.
Maybe she just doesn't know our name. But
The Armando, the friend Armando.
Her inner friend's like, do you know how many kids come in through these doors every day?
Hey, I recognize a lot of them. I just don't know their names.
The 2-ish of you head out with your new book. Where are you going to read it?
That's a great question.
There's very nice seating here on the porch. Maybe we should just stay here where there's
it's
lots
lit?
of people and it's lit. Because obviously the big scary thing hasn't come over here yet.
Correct. Maybe there's a magic ward or something. I don't know.
That would
You
be so
know,
cool.
our comic is going to have a
Well,
shadow
I wonder if we
NATO.
could make a magic word.
Ooh, do you think we could draw a magic ward?
Can you do that?
That'd be cool.
Heck yeah.
You want to try?
Heck yeah. I
Heck
want to
yeah.
conjure a magic ward.
Can you make like runes, like real runes?
What should we use? Should we use we didn't get to use the charcoal earlier. We should use the charcoal. Especially
Street
'cause
chalk.
that's what we have
Yeah.
the most of.
Yeah. It's because it's dusty. But yeah.
Let's
Cool.
get a roll.
Okay.
Does it have to be below the new number or the old number?
The old number.
Oh, thank God.
Wait, the old number.
Yeah, because the other one hasn't been manifested. Oh, yeah,
Their
I
number
gotta
for
look.
this round, I am not going to tell
Okay.
you, but it is different than their number for next
Okay.
round that they rolled
Are we
earlier.
doing
Okay.
that? We're each rolling?
No, we only need one
Okay.
person to roll.
Do it.
You can
I didn't
re-roll
curse.
up to 4 times
We can re-roll!
because you are merged.
Oh, yeah.
That's a tie.
You gotta beat
Ah! That's on the floor and it doesn't count.
Doesn't count.
There we go.
All right.
Oof, that was a costly ward.
What did the two of you do? Led by the friend, I think.
We bust out the street chalks and we walk all around the porch with the street chalks, and we draw like a whole bunch of squares of different colors around the circular part of the porch that we're on. And it sort of when we reached all the way around to the end, the friend kind of like all of the doodles, all and like everything that has a face all over Mondo's clothing kind of like breathes out, and the squares all sort of like light up, and it's like there's a shimmery like rainbow on the ground around us.
Do a bunch of the artwork that's on the clothes go into it? So there's less artwork on Mondo's clothes now?
Does Mondo want that?
I think that would, like you're casting the art into it,
Okay. Yeah.
using like a spell component.
Yeah.
Cool.
We get a boost for that, right?
Is that a
Not
thing?
While you are
We
doing
get another
that,
reroll.
I'll bank it.
while you're doing that, JR and Doodle are looking through this book, flipping through the pages, finding out about local folklore and stuff and the people who lived here before Oakville existed. And you find in some of the later pages some information about that Lone Oak Park. So Lone Oak Park has only been around for 70 or so years. But before that, there were legends about the Lone Oak that sits at its heart, and that its eerie presence haunted the residents of Oakville. There's talk about ghosts on the land that feed off of loneliness and isolation, that use their powers to manipulate and control those who are vulnerable. They talk about a shapeless entity that can change its form as it wills, and it can appear as anyone or anything, but most of the stories describe a tall and lanky ghost. Legends talk about people who have gone missing in the Adirondack Park around the Lone Oak. And about one brave and determined individual who confronted it and was almost victorious, but never came back. It's hard to tell what is stories and what might be true.
Were there any details on how they confronted it?
They confronted it with weapons and failed.
Were there any reports of any missing persons returning?
I don't think this book is
Covers
interested
that.
in people coming back.
Gotcha.
This is a spooky story. The last paragraph talks about maybe someday somebody with a combination of bravery, compassion, and a deep understanding of the human heart can conquer the the spirits once and for all.
I don't know, Doodle. What do you think? I don't know anything about being a doctor.
I don't know.
Sounds familiar, though, right?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what we saw.
Mondo, check this out.
Yeah, we're almost done. Ward powers activate.
Phew.
Doodle, is everything okay?
Wait, I don't know. The alpacas are gone.
You
And I
want
made that thing go
you want to
away.
tell someone that someone farted?
I mean, maybe.
Oh no. I think Doodle's sick.
Oh no.
Oh, that's not good.
She doesn't want to
Can
make
we
anyone
get
fart.
sick?
I don't
We
know.
can get sad.
It's just sad. Yes, look at the story. The sad spirit of
Oh.
the
What?
tree.
What about the story?
Oh.
Book.
Okay. So what you're
Like
saying?
kind of illustrations of the story appear on the shirt and jeans.
Oh yeah, I like that.
Mm-hmm. One that catches your eye is it's sort of an aerial view before anybody could probably even have an aerial view of this town.
That's weird.
Like, it's an illustrated image of the town, like in the maybe late 1800s, with the mountains around it and nothing else. Just like it's sort of Mondo's a connoisseur of art.
Uh-huh.
It's a very isolated feeling image.
I wonder if they drew it. Is there any way to find that perspective in real life?
You can imagine it. Not in the drawing itself.
Okay.
Mondo, do you think we can make it a friend?
Can we make it a friend?
Can we make a friend?
Oh,
My conjures don't last very long though. I don't
I
want to
don't know,
make it sadder.
Look at you now. I mean,
Huh?
maybe now it's different. You look different.
Hmm.
I suppose we could. I don't know. We could draw like. Okay. We could do like another tree, then next to it, like draw a tree, and I suppose we could use like an
Well, what kind
acorn.
of tree?
I don't know.
Yeah, we could
Twin
like
oaks?
plant.
I don't know what
Yeah.
type of will an oak grow next to an oak. I don't know.
I think so.
Library's closing. Can't figure these things out. Okay.
Mm.
If it's lonely, it needs a friend. And so
Yes.
if it's a lone oak, it needs to have multiple oaks next to it.
And what are trees made of but paper? Wait.
Or maybe
No, paper
Yeah.
is made of trees, but it's the same thing, right?
Yeah.
or maybe it could be something else. Like when when you were lonely, I'm
Uh-huh.
not just like you. I'm a little different.
True.
So something a little different for the tree.
Oh. Okay. How about what if we put like a bench there?
For people to sit at. And then it would always have company.
But if it's lonely, what if that just turns it into a dinner play for it?
What about a pet?
Oh,
What about a
pet?
pen?
Yeah, make a pet for it.
Oh. Like a pet rock.
Like a
That
shadow
something that
dog.
lasts. Okay.
What if one of us just stayed with it?
Um
like a camp
cuz?
out? Like a sleepover?
I would stay with it to get
Yeah.
the alpacas back.
Yeah, like we could promise to have weekly camping trips.
Ah.
Yeah, but we don't like camping.
Wait, what?
We
Wait.
could we could try it.
I don't like the idea of this. Like at all. Like one, it's out in nature, which is weird. Two, you're I don't really think you're thinking what you're saying is I don't like this sort of change. And um
I need these alpacas back. You don't understand.
But some
Yeah,
I
let's just go and
We gotta find someone to pants also.
what's happening.
wait, what?
Doodle needs this.
Okay.
well, Mondo change is good.
Yeah.
And
I agree. I agree ish. I don't like it though. I don't like this way this conversation's going. I think it's just getting late. I think we need like real food now, and um, but we're not. We're gonna ride our bikes to the Lone Pine, aren't we? Or the Lone Oak?
I've
we
never
could
been
we
so
could
sure.
get food first. Little late picnic.
We can hit the Benny's on the way. Benny's is always open.
I imagine it's only like 6:00.
It's probably a little bit later than that because I said the sky was getting dark, and
Yeah.
it's summer, though it is a little further
That's true.
east. But yeah, as you head out
8
from the
o'clock.
library, past the wards that you set up around it, you start biking through town. You see lights on in a lot of the storefronts, a lot of the buildings, but nobody inside them.
Like they haven't been closed.
Actually,
like
as
you're
we
supposed to?
left the
Like they haven't been
porch,
closed.
friend kind of grabbed like part of the barrier and dragged it along and then separated it out, and JR and Mondo have matching bracelets.
Cool.
Little barrier bracelets.
Little barrier bracelets.
All right, let's get another roll
Whoa.
to modify
Little
your
friendship. I need to roll.
barrier.
Yeah, it worked.
Okay, cool. So you've got these little colorful doodle bracelets around your wrists now.
Super Squirrel and Captain Canine. Awesome.
I write that down.
As you pedal through town, it is quieter than it should be. You don't hear any birds, any insects. You don't see any people in the buildings. If you wanted to get food, you could probably just walk into a restaurant and pick up some food off of one of the tables, because as you pass by the. Can't believe I don't have a restaurant on my list of places in town. As you
The
pass by,
bennies. It's the bennies.
as you pass by the Bennies, you see plates on tables and cars in the parking lot, but nobody inside.
Oh, this is getting bad.
No, I think these fries are still good though.
Mondo, do you think your parents are okay?
Well, mom's working late and dad's at the mill, so no one's gonna go eat them people there, right?
Yeah, of course. Of course.
Right.
Hear me out. This is a terrible idea because I know it's disgusting, but we need to drink this coffee. It's gross. I know. But if we're going to go out into the woods in the dark, we should be on our A game.
You're right. Because as we know, all mountain men drink coffee.
He slides one of those giant sugar shakers over to Mondo and has one of his own. All right. And he like tips it and like ding. Cheers the sugar shaker. Just dumps it into the coffee.
I need resilience checks.
I
Oh my
fail.
gosh.
I fail. I fail.
We don't.
You grabbed the salt.
Oh no! No!
Spit
They
them
were
out, y'all.
refilling the shakers, and it's one of the big.
Uh-huh,
Oh,
uh-huh.
no.
Right.
Oh, Mondo, it hurts! It hurts, Mondo!
It's got me where the almond
That's
sliver
a-
got me.
That's
Or
not
the almond
sugar.
So it's so bad. I
That's
taste
not
it.
sugar.
It's
It's
really
not
bad. This is really difficult.
What did Mondo roll?
Oh, we're actually rolling. Okay.
Your children drinking coffee.
I rolled a 3.
Nice. So that is a failure as well, right?
Yes.
All right. So I think JR.
No.
It's not a. It wouldn't be a failure for you.
Oh, it would be.
Oh, you get to roll more times though.
No,
It's-
it's not a failure because we have the same number.
Yeah.
So I know that a 3 is not a failure for you.
You
I thought you both had
Kids
threes.
have to roll higher.
Oh, he has to roll higher. That's right.
Yeah,
I
you
forgot.
have to roll lower. You can re-roll
Yeah,
up to 4
extra
times.
Never mind.
Yeah.
I don't know what I'm talking about.
Just keep re-rolling that thing.
Just keep drinking.
Wait. This is our 3. We're at the 3s. We're not at the
You're
other
at-
one.
You're at,
No,
you're
we're at the other
previous
number.
one.
We're at the previous number still, which is why I was confused.
Oh,
Because I forgot that
yeah.
I have to roll
So-
lower, but you have to roll higher.
Oh, yeah. I got an 8 on that one.
Okay, cool.
I totally
Uh,
passed.
So
It's like a critical.
it takes 2
win.
tries, but you get some coffee down.
Here, put
I'm
a
just
little
on
soda
the,
in
on the
it.
floor. It's so dry.
You're
Put a
supposed to,
little
like,
soda
leave
in
warm.
it. Oh, yeah.
Getting a
and then
migraine.
You get back on the road.
You two are good for each other.
As you get out of town, you can see a few lights on in houses up the hill, and just off in the distance, like miles away up on the hills. And it's very quiet. You get about halfway to the lone oak, and the headlights on your bikes shine on a deer standing stock still in the center of the road, looking at you.
Is it is it a good deer? It's a real deer, right?
It's a real deer.
Doodle, do your thing.
Is
Let
that
me-
real deer?
It's staring at us.
Convince it it's in the wrong and it needs to go away.
How close is it?
Not that close. And I think as you begin to pull closer to it, you see it sort of start and then jump off into the woods.
Good job, Doodle. You're the best.
I didn't do anything.
That was weird.
And you continue on into the darkness, following the path until the road until it turns from asphalt to dirt, and you see the signs for Lone Oak Park. And we're jumping into a new scene, so I would like new numbers from JR Doodle. We already know that Mondo and the friend have 3s for this scene, meaning they continue to be merged,
Oh, that's amazing.
but are a little less happy with each other. As your bikes pull into the clearing, there's a wide open space in this park. The lone oak stands in the center of this clearing. It looks to be over 100 years old. Its trunk is wide and gnarly. You can see its roots jutting up through the ground. The branches spread out wide above the open space around it. The grass looks untended. Wild flowers and grasses grow all around it. And as your lights from the bicycles shine on it, you can see a large hole in the trunk. And you set your bikes down. And from that hole, you can hear that whirling, the swirling of wind, the darkness within it. And it spreads out from that hole and slithers along the ground like a snake. And it rears up tall into the shape of a tall person with long
That's the
arms and
headless
long
equestrian.
legs. What are you going to do?
All of the drawings sort of peel off of Mondo to shape into its own form. It's roughly Mondo height and shaped, but just completely like black. Not just black, but like doesn't actually have any true features to it. It's just little dashes of color and graphite and ink as it stares up at the tall thing and is in between it and Mondo.
I think whatever Mondo does, it does, and whatever it does, Mondo does, because you are working in complete tandem with each other.
Mm-hmm.
So I didn't kill it.
See, look, everything's fine. We just gotta give it a
I mean,
hug.
Is that hole supposed to be in the tree?
you need to give it a hug.
Well, we don't, but
Maybe I can give it a hug.
We could
Maybe not.
draw it a hug.
Oh, I can hear you.
Maybe none of us should give it a hug.
it reminds me of that movie I wasn't supposed to watch when I was dads. The headless equestrian lived in the tree, and it was like, we have to find the skull.
I love that.
As
Okay,
it stands in front of you, it sort of bends down a little bit towards you, and
Oh,
its neck gets a little bit longer.
yeah.
It tilts its head.
This is. How
Hey.
do we fix it?
Does it still have the mouth?
Do we talk to it?
The mouth is still there, but it's half buried in the blackness now.
I think I know what we have to say. Melalok, speak, friend, and enter.
I mean, if they could
May we
try-
join
could try
you
to-
in your abode?
I think it mirrors the hand up gesture that you just did.
Oh, yes, friend.
does hey friend? Do you think you could
Mm.
cast a bracelet onto it?
I can try, and friend kind of like pulls one finger along the arm, gathering up some of the ink there,
And so does Mondo.
and then pulling it into like a thread,
Mhm.
and then reaching up to the creature and like looping it around its wrist and tying it.
Let's get
It's-
that roll.
It's in Elvish and it says mellow.
I tied.
Am I
How many
rolling it?
times can we reroll?
Up to 4.
You're gonna need. There it is.
Third one.
That was the second one. Dang it!
Third one.
So you draw this line of drawings from yourself and share it with this smoky black form. The colors of this artwork, as you wrap it around its extended arm, swirl up into the arm, and it looks down at its arm and puts it up in front of its head and looks at the back and the front, and then looks past it at you. And then with its other one, it reaches out towards JR and Doodle.
JR kind of gives a sigh. I've not made enough decisions. I'm gonna give it a high five.
I don't.
JR's gonna just jump up and high five it.
Okay.
No,
You
not
jump-
Mondo's new friend.
When we get close up to it, I'm gonna whisper in its ear.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
I thought you were gonna do a fart joke.
Doodle's still
Ye-
feeling a little
I'm
defeated.
gonna high
We're not
five the
quite-
colors of the wind.
There you go.
Doodle whispers, and JR jumps up for a high five.
Mondo, like, get boxing glove, like. Like,
Yeah.
You want to draw a boxing glove?
yeah, like throw a boxing glove over JR's hand. So there's a little bit of padding. The gesture's still
Oh.
there, but it's not a direct touch.
Instead, it'll be like a number 1,
Giant foam finger.
giant foam finger.
And it says best friend.
Great.
Best friends.
You don't have
With
to
a
roll
Z.
for that. You doodle that really fast, and it pops up on JR's hand, and you
What?
make contact with this thing. And as you do, JR and Doodle, the world sort of swirls around you. You feel yourself almost become a tornado, just rushing wind and colors. And it's not just blackness like this creature, but you see colors like the colors that Friend drew onto its wrist. And through those colors, you see faces of people in town that you know, and birds, and hear the sound of insects, and feel the fluffy fur of alpacas. And as you feel your feet hit the ground, the shape that is in front of you, JR and Mondo and Doodle and Friend, the shape swirls back into that tree, just slithers back like a snake up into the darkness of the tree. And from that darkness, you see colors, all sorts of colors and light explode outward and upward through the branches of the tree, and out from this park in all directions. And then it's quiet. And then you hear the insects start chirping again. And you hear the night birds singing again. You hear the voices distant of two people sounding a little bit confused.
Mondo,
Dude,
I made the right choice. I did it, Mondo.
Oh, I thought I was gonna
What was
die.
that?
I made the right choice.
We did. That was amazing.
You
Yeah,
were
I did.
amazing. You gave it colors, and there was alpacas, and I gave it a high five. I did it. We did it, Mondo. He grabs Mondo and he's
Yeah,
like,
we shake each other.
shaking him
Yeah,
around. Like, ah!
that was nuts. Oh,
Then we
man.
have to come back and camp here at least once.
Yeah, we totally got to. I don't want to. We totally got to camp here, or at least hang out here till really
We'll
late.
plant more
I
trees
could
around it.
make a bug-proof tent for you.
Oh well, that might help. We could get a tent.
Oh, for sure.
That's
Yeah.
a lot. You did so good.
Well,
Wow.
I mean, you did. We all did it.
I
Wouldn't have made a choice if you hadn't been making me do stuff all the time, Doodle.
Yeah, but you did so good. You can do it on your own now.
Well, why would I want to?
I mean, okay, that's very true. I am very funny.
I mean, we
There-
have to
there-
blame
two
farts
people-
on people.
I know those two people over there who are looking pretty confused.
We're gonna pants them.
I mean, let's start with a fart joke, and then maybe we can pants them.
Then maybe Mondo will
We
distract
can
them for
recognize
us.
you right now. We know better than to take the blame.
That's a good point. Okay, maybe I'll slow down on the decisions, and we'll
I like where your head is at. It's
we'll
in a
talk
really good
about-
place.
It's in the clouds, the fart clouds. Ha ha ha.
You all head back to your bikes, and as you start walking them out of this clearing, I think you are met with two confused people who could have sworn it was 2 p.m. and you all head back into town.
As we pass them, though, I whisper as we get within 5 feet. He just let out the biggest, stinkiest fart. Can you believe it? And we keep walking.
And as you walk away, you hear, Michael!
what?
Like
Who?
that gif of someone who's like walking away from a big explosion. That's 100% what Doodle feels like right now.
Sunglasses drop from the ceiling.
Yes.
Town is just as it should be. And people are in restaurants, and you see people closing up shops across town. People are in the community garden park, and you all head back to your homes.
Hey, Mondo.
Hey, friend.
I hope we get to stay here forever.
Yeah,
I think it's good for you.
I would say it's good for us. And I know what you were willing to do there. I don't like it. I didn't want that to change. I would have accepted it, but that's what a real friend does, is lay themselves, down for their other friend. So, I
You're not always gonna need me.
well, I don't know if that's true, but how about for right now, we just kind of stay together for now. We're working on it.
Okay.
We got, we got more friends now. We got JR and, Doodle. So
There's another me. That's weird. But she doesn't seem anything like me.
yeah,
That's
we're gonna
cool.
we're gonna have to really look into these lore of what's going on with this place.
I wonder if that thing was just a me that didn't have their person anymore.
Dang.
Maybe
Text
they're
message
right.
comes across Mondo's phone. We gotta make this a comic.
This could be the sign.
Totally.
We're gonna call it Tornado Whirlwind Madness.
Tornado
That's
whirlwind
much people.
madness.
Doodle says we have to call it Tornado Whirlwind Madness. Just one after another.
Yeah. Shotgun in the.
Yeah.
Is that the end scene with the two kids madly texting each other?
Yeah. Great. Thank you all for playing Fear Within. One more time, real quick. Where can we find everybody?
Go to talesoftheotherm.com and you can find our show. I also guest GM'd a season of Tales from the Grey Library.
First and foremost, always come over to Nightcast and come hang out with us. We're a load of fun. We loved having people over. We have so many things to talk about, and it's just the greatest place. So edifying. And you can find me there, and you can find me on Instagram.
Yeah, Nightcast Creative Server. Oh my gosh, and there's a show, a video show. That's a talk show.
Podcast.
No. Behind the Mask, and Zach will be on it next.
Nice.
Yeah.
I can be found in a numerous place, all of which can be detailed on my Linktree /Erica Goodwitch. And if you want to find me on social media, you will find me as Erica Goodwitch on social media, Twitter, Tumblr, Discord. You can find me at the Nightcast Discord. We have lots of fun there.
Lots of fun.
And you will find me on almost no social medias except Instagram these days. But you can find all the other shows that we do at nightcastcreative.com.
Do it.
And that's it. All right.
Thanks for running that, Mark.
Everyone.
Goodbye.
Bye, everybody.
Goodbye.